sleeping.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Unnatural 20, where we roll the dice and see where the story takes us. We're glad to have you along. So, it's been a while since our characters have been able to play our players have been able to play their characters.
Yeah,
but last we left off, Exalto and his crew had just made it back into town. And we're going to start off there with Dave and Aiko currently together.
Okay, I got her in there.
Oh no, I'm not going to, no, y'all aren't currently together. Y'all had actually come in on the ship and y'all are moving towards the manor. Y'all are moving towards the manor. I'll say, Dave, you are currently with Exalted. And he's conversing with you, just nonchalantly. And he looks over. As the town and everything is the city tier system is moving. When you guys are at the manor, you can see the outside the gates and everything else and all the stuff moving along. He looks down to around the town and he goes. He leans up. He looks over at you and he goes, "Psycho trustworthy."
Seems more devoted to you, but yeah.
Do you still have devotion to? I'm not talking about fishing. I'm curious about your devotion. I'm curious as to what Dave is willing to do to prove her devotion.
What would happen?
Tell you what, sometime tonight during the ball, you're going to be the only person equipped to do what I ask. And I don't know if you know this, but 10 years ago, I had a traitor amongst my group. I have one today, and this time I can reveal them to you. I need you to take care of them for me. I'm assuming you've grown close, so it may not be too difficult for you to do. When someone becomes more weight than they are carrying. Sometimes you get the analogy. I'm just playing. But yes,
I would say double meaning, but I don't know.
Thinning the herd is important. Huh?
You're telling this to Aiko? Thinning the herd?
So, if you're willing to show me how devoted you are, I'm assured that this will be completed by the time the ball's over, so you can see.
Will I have privacy to do this, or if I just get into reading the hell out of something in front of everybody?
It's your mission. You make the rules.
You decide.
Figure it out.
You decide.
And he stands up, dusts himself off a little bit, pauses for a moment, lightly touches your shoulder, like with the tips of his finger as he turns and walks into the room. You're just sitting. You're sitting out there contemplating what you've been asked.
Wait, who is he talking about?
Someone you've grown close to.
I figured she's like, she didn't actually get
Not been a traitor. But apparently he thinks I have.
Either that or you can tell them.
He's lying to get you to be able to.
Be extracted from the ball.
Sharp edge dice.
To switch you from one to the other.
Yeah. Well, Nave's kind of actually made the page. Every time he should have off and just say something.
So we're gonna camera pans over to Dave. What is Dave doing at the moment?
That's what Darby's thinking about. Is like, if it's Ico, I mean, I just, or gray. If it's gray, I'll just have them run off. Like this.
You know who he's insinuating.
Okay.
So you're just gonna sit out there for a while and
I can also just play dumb and just play. I didn't know you were talking about it, but you were going to reveal them later.
Should probably go back to using her voice. He's so long. He used her actual voice.
yeah. Okay.
Haven't played her, so.
At this point in time, the rest of the crew from the ship and stuff is making their way inside. You're amongst them. You can see Dave sitting on the steps with her fishing pole in hand. No water nearby. It's kind of like contemplative. You gonna try and fish from here
Down.
to around the yard?
I'd probably need some magical fishing lure for that.
You look over.
Fishing around.
You do have magical fishing lure.
So you do.
Just sit it on the
No,
ground.
her magical fishing lure.
No,
we
we
got covered.
recovered.
They did recover it?
Yeah, we did something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I thought that
Over
guy
17.
sent down with the
Huh?
dragon.
Over 17.
To try and fish. It's like the
Practicing my cast.
You hear the little thud into the grass. Dave is reeling it in.
Just bragging.
And out of the dirt
No,
comes, no, I'm kidding.
an earth dragon.
Hello, people, we will take this service.
A hand
It's a
reaches out and
remora.
grabs it, and then like 4 or 5 other hands start coming up, and you look over and Padishar is casting.
Throw him off the fucking balcony. Run off. Every day catching him over in a hallway.
Let's see if he slips up.
Maybe it's bad.
Yeah, no. Alright, so you'll have the remainder of the day to do the thing, prepare, do what y'all need to do for the ball. And we're going to pan over to what you guys are doing. You guys are waking up. This is not the night after. This is
This is the night whenever we see the message. The morning of the message, we see that they
yes,
That's okay.
yeah.
That's okay. Nobody
at
said
the
it.
docks.
Yes, y'all received word that Exaltu and his crew had come back from some sort of journey, and you saw Dave. They saw Dave, and she was with like that crew. So
I am going to cast Alter Self.
Is that all there is? You picked it up.
you wearing the hat?
It only lasts an hour. It does? So,
What?
Alter Self only lasts an hour?
Well, as long as it's the hat, if the cat's casting it, I think it you can.
You did a head up disguise?
No, it's a hat of alter self.
Yeah. 1 hour. I mean, so yeah, the spell itself only lasts an hour.
But as long as you're wearing the hat and you have like your alter self is got the hat as part of the self you're altering, you can keep it on.
As long as you're wearing the hat.
You can refresh it every hour.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, I'll get dressed for the ball, and I'll set the hat on. And I'm gonna alter self.
Now, looking at this hat, you know that you've not ever seen one, and it's like it looks unique when it comes to design and things like that. So just keep that in mind.
Questions. Do I have access to the thing that I got? The railroad? I'm going to immediately feeling that I have access to it. turn into a raven and fly toward the ship.
Okay.
It's the morning of the ball, so we still have plenty of time until the ball, correct?
Yep.
Noticing that that group is gone, I'm going to land on that ship. Or does any of us like? Is the regular crew there, or is it guards?
There are definitely people that are restocking and reflying the ship. They are the Roland. You haven't seen him yet. You have seen Skag. You know, you get the sense that they don't typically let Skag off the ship very often. Or no, I'm sorry, Tesby. Wrong goblin. Names. Tesby. Yeah, they don't let Tesby off the ship very often. But right now it looks like kind of like a skeleton group.
I'm going to land near Pesby, or at least on him, and then mimicry asking like, Roland.
He stops. Huh? Roland. No, not my name. That's not my name.
Where?
He starts knocking on his head a little bit, shaking his head. He's like, he has no idea where it's coming from. And he's like, well,
Not fucking stealth.
right, but I mean, it's, you know, you don't think it's like a bird just sitting there freaking, what's it called, unless it's, and it's not, you're not a tropical bird, so it's just like, he's, at the customs office, you know, getting our next flight out.
Fuck you! And as I fly away.
Fuck you too! Oh, it's a damn bird.
Second shot.
I'm gonna fly to the customs office, land in the back, drop the transformation, and walk into the customs office.
Okay. As you're inside, you hear.
Took the 10-minute version, so that shit was painful in my room.
You hear a stern voice going. Look, I know what the laws of the trade sale mean. But what I'm saying is, in this particular situation, we have to be able to work things out. And then Roland responds, I'm sorry, I can't help you at the moment. It goes against our... It's against our law and our customs here in this particular... And you hear a slam. It's like, damn it, Roland! Don't you fucking owe me?
I'm going to sit out the office and just keep on just eavesdropping until he leaves.
He's like, this is the second time in the last 3 months that you've... I'll put it to you this way. Hope that I don't get you out on the open waters. And you hear the boots. And
I let out an audible whistle.
Yeah. As somebody steps out the door, it is a large tiefling that looks over at you.
Recognize him?
You know what Abernathy looks like? Do you remember? You weren't there. That was Leaf that was there in the last time. So I don't think your character knows what your Abernathy looks like.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't recognize.
I know him by reputation.
Yeah, you can roll a history check to see if you have seen some sort of like image of them.
Wanted poster or whatever.
Well, not wanted because he wouldn't be wanted. Yeah, some sort of.
19 plus 7?
I mean, from visualizing.
I did. I have seen him before in the office, or the previous time when Roland gave us the deal for the deed.
I thought that was Leaf that was there. That caught him walking out.
No, because that was us as a group. Leaf
Okay.
was already on the ship, Obsidian Phoenix.
Maybe, and that's what you get the sense. That's what he was talking about the second time now.
Yeah.
In the last 3 months,
Excuse me, sir.
he pauses and glances back over his shoulder a little bit.
You a Diandro?
Wait, what? I didn't hear what you said.
Diandro.
Deandra?
Diandro.
I knew. How do you know that name?
I believe I have something meant for you, and I present.
Where is the letter with the wall?
This thing?
Yeah, it has to have the letter wrapped around it.
Just pretend it's there.
Yeah, just some carrier.
There it is.
I hand him this,
Okay,
just a package.
he takes it from you. I'm not gonna look. I'm not that.
Anyway, that's
From Deandra?
I believe so.
And as you're
If he goes to read it, I'm leaving the fucking room and going into the office.
I need you to make me a deception check.
It's not technically lying.
You don't think you don't
I believe so. Which I know it is, but
know, do you
I'll roll a deception. 18 plus 7? I am making myself as if I'm a third party in this delivering of the
he's
letter.
like, so he stops and he turns to face you and goes, where is she?
You would have to find one of her friends, I believe Gray, knows more about that information than I do.
You've seen Ray?
Cross blades with him. We're on friendly terms.
So you're not
He's in a bad pickle. He's in a bad spot.
That doesn't surprise me much. Very well. Appreciate the gesture.
How long you gonna be in town and where you're currently docked at?
He stops as he's starting to walk away. He turns with an eyebrow raise. He says, a lot of questions. Why?
You're a potential ally. I think we're gonna have a lot more in common, especially when it involves our mutual friend Gray.
Oh, you don't want to get tied up with taking the ship on air.
I think my ship is quite interesting this too. But maybe we'll share some drinks over that and talk about our ship's history.
Well,
Each other's ship's history.
maybe we will talk this evening. I have to get ready.
Well, this evening I have other business to attend to.
Oh, you're not going to the ball?
Oh, I am. I did not know you were.
I mean, I am the only, I would say, esteemed guest from the Sword Coast here, so I'm assuming they would invite me, that my invitation is on merit. But,
Well, I can definitely get you one if you don't have one already.
oh no, I received one. I'm assuming that it was because
Well, if that's the case then. Maxwell Lee, at your service.
he reaches out and he claps your hand, and you almost, this grip would
my hand.
rival a handshake from Valera.
You know, someone that would be very interested in having an out with you.
Well,
Friendly Minotaur.
I don't fight for friendlies.
That's fair.
I tend to have a hard time holding back.
Oh, you and her would make good friends then. Anyway, I have business with that asshole.
Very well.
I'll see you this evening, it seems.
Yes, we may have something to discuss.
I am more than willing to discuss the ship now that it's going to be under peaceful area. Where I'm not going to get jumped.
that Abernathy?
I'm going to Roland's office.
Okay. He's not in it. He's from what it looks like, he's doing some sort of paperwork. He's not actually like at a desk. At a desk of his. Wow, did that really just die right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's old.
It's been plugged up all this time, hasn't it?
It's old.
That's probably why.
Battery's life is shot because it's been
Because it's
constant
been
charge.
constantly plugged in.
Yep.
Which why it makes even less
Yes,
sense
they
that
don't
you only
have
turn
that.
on high on the off the battery.
Yeah.
Alright, so after she's
That's
done with
basically
that,
gift.
I need you to take like everybody take like a 3-second pause. It'd be easier to clean that way. The video.
Oh,
Just plug it back in.
Might be shot.
Oh, there's Ben.
okay. So
Take a sit pause.
as you step inside and you see him turning in paperwork, receiving paperwork back. He's conversing with somebody, and kind of like, well, and it doesn't seem like he's been bothered too much by what just transpired.
Seems like you take friends into enemies. It seems.
He pauses for a moment, turns around. You already know as well as I do, it's part of the business.
I do, my dear teacher.
She doesn't like his
I made quite some progress with.
Javi's got.
I go and converse him out.
We made quite the progress. Well, from some people.
Something smells off. Are you okay?
Probably don't smell like the traditional sense right now.
Something dark lingers over you.
No. I think it has to be with someone that we're mutually acquainted to. See, I discovered, well, over the last few nights, having some conversations with the other, Kuruk, there was something afflicting me psychologically. A man with a withered hand. Well, I would say a man, more like a dragonborn. David's literally messing with it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, and your point being?
Now look at the other person in the room.
It's just like this halfling lady is just kind of like doing paperwork. As you glance over at her, she like pauses for a second, looks at the both of you, hops down off of her little stool.
Oh, sad. I can use new tricks. Well, our mutual acquaintance is that too. I believe he put something on me. Something dark. Definitely not of the kind jester kind. Maybe a curse. Hopefully temporary, and I'll fix it later.
He furrows his brow and he goes, okay, so what does that have to do with me? Don't mind me asking.
Wow, it's funny about our other mutual friend, Davi. It's been on your ship since she's been missing from my crew. And I know she was under. What is it? I kind of crush she was running with losers up to. Makes me kind of put some pieces together that maybe I already know that there was an undead spy on my ship, but I'm wondering if there was any other information leakage through Tagger, because I already know he was employed by you.
He chuckles a little bit and goes, look, I've made it no secret that I've been working with Exalted.
Yeah, you made it no secret, but none of us asked at the same time.
Right.
I also know you've been playing your cards to your chest, hoping to see whether or not one would be the rightful play.
And
So, just wondering if you need any help from your student if you're in a bad situation.
I am in
Curious?
I'm in a position right now that puts me in an advantageous spot in order to be able to do the things that I need to do while still being able to do the things that I want to.
Alright. But remember, if you ever need help, you can call upon me.
He chuckles a little bit. Interesting. Someone who accuses me of spying on him also tells me that I help.
You hope. And so, at the same time, I understand the business. That was part of the risk of having you employ Taggart for us.
And how do you
One of the
know
reasons why I
he's-
double paid him.
How do you know he's still not talking to
It's a risk I'm willing to take at the moment.
me? Good. So, do you need anything from me?
No, just wanted to offer my hand. Especially something about, Dalbe said, grazing the people.
Yeah? What do I care about them? They've been gone for 10 years.
Well, they did show up at a well at Ricardville. It didn't seem like they were in the most accessible area where they were.
Yeah. Be careful about who you tell that information. You might get somebody killed.
Yeah.
A mutual acquaintance of ours, someone that has given the both of us a very fine gift. Their life hangs in the balance of what happens in the days to come. And Gray is very tied into that fate.
No care in the world is trying to save him. Create a rescue operation.
A lot more than just a rescue operation. I'm sure you probably don't necessarily understand the implications of the entire situation.
No, nor do I really care to do anything unless someone asks me to. Right
Fair
now, I have personal business to attend to, but I also learned a lesson that those who I should consider friends should provide strength to.
He puts your hand on your shoulder, and he looks directly into your eyes. Advice from one friend to another:
Stay out of each.
keep your mouth shut and keep your hands clean. Lay low for me.
Too late.
Well, the castle might pay ditches.
Well, as I smile, shit's going to be interesting tonight.
Why? It's just a ball. It happens like every time around this cycle, when they start looking at the new moon, they start.
You don't have an invitation, do you?
I'm leaving for the Sword Coast today. I have a delivery to go on. No, I'm sorry, not abroad. I have a delivery to Cardville. I was thinking Dragon's Mane Peak.
Interesting. Alright.
Question. I may have. I think it's interesting to me as to why Tyrsis would be sending a group of their indenture to Cardiff.
Indenture.
Servants.
I know indentured servants. I was one for a bit.
Somebody in Cardvale has paid a hefty price for some.
I can talk to some people to see whether or not I can find this person's name or the reason behind it. No, I won't say anything further. My curiosity has been piqued.
Well, if you can find anything out that's between you and your allies, but like I said, I leave for Cardville within the next 4 hours.
I imagine you'll probably be hearing especially since you was in that one room with the table. You might be hearing more about these events when you come back.
Before I say anything else out loud, take a look at this. And he shows you the manifest that he's picked up for his cargo for today. 68 slaves.
That's fucking way too many. That is fishy. Damn, I got so much on my fucking plate.
Now,
Do have to tell you, because of circumstances outside of our control, we were not able to resupply and go straight to Heaven's Reach. That is still on the table of priorities, even though we got sidetracked. That business will be taken care of.
very well. To be fair, apologize for that. To be fair, the request was more of a favor to a friend of mine. So just keep to it when you can. But don't forget about them.
Oh, definitely not. You can probably guess about the situation that got out of her hand. What I mean,
I haven't really kept much of an eye on this myself.
I understand that, but I imagine you've seen her.
So they?
Yeah, we weren't going to leave without.
Oh, well, I had just assumed that our captain moves on from his crew sometimes.
No. Pulled a Dave and
Or-
decided to.
It is possible that she left you guys because it did look like she was fairly chummy with Dixon. So.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
I mean, they caught fish together in the sky.
She did that in the fucking Blue Sea. Sand drakes.
Yeah, storm dragon.
Oh, fucking, it's just not us. She's a wreck on every crew she's in.
I'm likely about to lose my ship over that lady.
Yeah, I have to worry about mine. Anyway, nice seeing you again. I have to prepare for a ball.
Oh, you gonna wear that guy?
No, but I do have a fucking nice ass suit.
Yeah, you might want to trim up a little bit.
Yeah, that's part of the. I have to go get groomed.
Very well. He turns. I wasn't finished with that. He's looking for where the little half.
Sorry, I might have scared her off. And as I. Man, I don't want to use it on him. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
I will walk back. Because I used the extra long one that doesn't take up a slot to fly here, and then I just ended it free. I'm not going to use my bonus action. I have a limited number of those. Just in case shit does happen, I like to be able to.
Oh, you can't just do it now that you're.
No,
when you
because
jump, but
Now you can traverse the city pretty quickly as a raven. You're a pretty good distance away from there.
shit.
Because if you say the manor's on this side, actually I had a map actually. Might be able to pull that.
For shits and giggles.
oh,
No.
but all I know is you're rolling a bunch of stuff that you had no business stuff.
I didn't tell him a lot.
I told him enough.
Enough about what? I insinuated a lot of shit.
Yeah, rolling's not dumb.
Trying to turn a guy into an ally. Gotta find his vices and take control over them.
Yeah, your vice is gambling with our personal information.
Oh, that's why you sent it to the.
Yeah.
You sent it to my other.
Well, yeah, I sent it to your computer account and then to your phone account, and you were like, "Oh,
Okay.
I just go in the back of the fucking. I mean, it's a minute, but it's painful. No.
No, I don't have it. Oh.
I
have a picture.
I don't think we're gonna get into the fight. I'm pretty sure we're gonna want to rest before that.
You're not getting a long rest before the ball.
Yeah, no. Oh, it's an action. No, it's a short rest. Cool. Never mind. A bonus action turn into the Raven again and fly off.
You walk outside and it's just
I would fucking hop in the back so someone couldn't see me.
there was a canopy. And as you fly away, you see a couple people pause and look around.
God, fuck you!
Raven's not shaking code.
Now you have to mimic somebody else saying the word. You have to have heard it recently.
Yeah, Raven's go.
For sure. Easy.
You can talk.
Not as many words.
They can. But yeah, ravens can
But they're
mimic very, very.
Okay. So you guys are in the manor. There's a personal tailor there that is showing you the things that they can't do, and then for a little bit extra, this is what they can do too.
I would just take like the basic stuff.
You already said you were gonna take.
Oh
the
yeah,
extra
right, yeah.
Bougie bitch.
Yeah,
50 gold more.
yeah. So I'll do that one. I'll do the extra one.
I want the base. I'll wait for your shit.
But I would have already altered self, so that way that I would fit in the suit. I'm gonna look like the memories I have of my father.
Roll me an intelligence check. Actually, roll me a history check. Checking down, Eddie?
No.
Sure, Eddie.
I don't think he wants that.
15. Roll the memories on it. You visualize this person in your mind, and for a moment, it's broken up and disjointed, and you take 1 point for mental health damage,
Correct.
but you do manage to remember and take on that shit.
And then after that, I'll just go get fitted for my illusions.
Wise.
And then I'd spend that time like finishing up dancing with Stephanie.
Okay. When you come back in the other room, and she's wearing like this, like vibrant red number that's fairly form-fitting. She has a shield bag that you can tell that would double as like a device that would help her block something, but it wouldn't be able to block much, but like one hit or so before it becomes unusable. But it looks like a bag that she would be holding, and it looks like part of her outfit. She's got like her nails done and whatnot. Her hair is kind of like 2 braids down the side, and then 1 long braid in the back, and what have you.
Just walk in and be like, well, how do I look?
She moves over. Not like yourself.
That's how it's supposed to be.
I don't know. I think I like the other you better.
You can be both, but
And what's with the whole
I'm trying to change the way it sounds.
it sounds like
We don't know who's gonna be here.
but we do know that one of our group is going to be making a major announcement, meaning It doesn't matter who's going to be here. They're going to know we're here.
Right, but they won't know it's me.
Sometimes I don't understand your logic. But, I mean, it's actually a pretty good idea. Because, you know, if one of your brothers just in case shows up, they could be mistaken as you, so I guess that would work.
And maybe mine fucked up.
They take me.
With your daddy.
Yeah, but your brothers would know it was you.
Well, they wouldn't know it's him necessarily.
It's an extra level of precaution that would. It's just kind of a in the moment thing. It's to let their guard down. And obviously, if something happens.
Oh, yeah, no, it's. Uh-huh.
I like walk in to be fitted. I'm like, rail. Nothing. Looking fine. Walk past.
You're like, I know I'm gonna have to counsel a little of this later.
She's like, holds up a piece of her plate mail for you to chew on.
I just take the hat off and like. It's the spell. Just
Actually, the spell doesn't diminish until the hour's up after you take the hat off.
I just like take the hat off and I'm like.
So the way it works is after you take the hat off, the hour before the spell begins.
No. That could be problematic.
That
Whatever.
could be problematic.
Yeah.
Shall we finish up our practice then?
I don't know what I'm doing either, but
They said that's where we're practicing, isn't it?
right? She starts going like this.
Go to the outside courtyard.
Do the sprinkler.
The whole hitch thing, like, yeah. No, keep it right in here, right here.
This is where you live.
Eventually, a raven shows up and turns into Tabor and goes, "Y'all look ridiculous," as he heads inside.
Y'all hadn't seen that before.
He does
Alright,
that
so
now?
Everything in our party's weird.
anything you're one
Must be the
specific?
Animal Kingdom shit that I saw.
Discovery Channel's no good on him. Bad influence.
Nothing in particular. Just just a fine garment. It's got it's a classic. I've got some like
Accentuate the crystals.
I accentuate the crystals. Playing to what I got.
Yeah.
I definitely keep with the color scheme, anyways. It's just a very fine outfit.
You're paying the extra.
Yeah, I'll pay the extra. It's good to have a nice one on hand.
Dave and Aiko, since they are part of the Emperor's entourage,
Clothes.
they get the best clothes that money can buy, and they don't have to pay for it.
She, as soon as we got off of the boat, went straight to the tailor to have Dave's stuff made because she wanted it to be specific.
When we get into the room or whatever, I am having a conversation with Aiko.
Start the conversation because you guys are there. Go in the room. The tailors have left for a moment. They've gone out. They're getting some materials
They'll
together.
lock the door.
The bull walks up and locks the door. Turns around, fairly intimidating.
So, did you piss off this?
Not that I am aware of.
Are you really listening to me?
No, there was a weird clicking noise.
Well, once you cut loose, he asked if I trusted you, and I said maybe you should be able to get him. Yes, but he seems to think that you are the
I need you to speak up a little bit. We can say you guys are speaking quietly.
Yeah, I am trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't hear you.
But yeah, he wants you to be cut loose, and I think that I better like the plan of cutting you free and avoiding any conflict.
Where would I go?
You could come with me.
Where are you going?
We're going back to the front. My business here is fairly concluded. Well, they're in town probably. They're probably not very far. They might
We
have gone
saw
back to
them, right?
I didn't.
No, y'all
I
didn't see that. Y'all didn't see them.
You did.
Yeah.
Because you made the howl. Or someone, you made someone make the howl.
No,
Tempest.
Like Tempest.
she was fine. She was in Tempest.
So, but
And there's going to be a change
I
of
know they're
hands. Tempest is going to go with
I have a
Patashar.
question for you.
That's fine. Sushi's
While
convenient.
Aiko is not exactly a dog, she's still considered to be canine as a fox. Would she have she would have understood Tempest's message, right?
Foxes and dogs
Because-
have the same language.
No? But she's still considered canine. And the spell that she used specifically says canine.
Oh, it is because it is.
Oh, yeah.
The spell. I would. I'll tell you what. Let's retroactively roll a perception check to see if Aiko picks up on because even if people are talking around you and all this stuff is going on around you, you don't necessarily hear what the person says, even though you can understand it, right?
Yeah. Well, the howl for her is able to be heard 5 miles away.
Right.
So it'd be
That's-
pretty.
yeah. But you could hear it, but that doesn't mean you pick up on, the gurgle of conversation, around you.
And another thing I'll ask her is, how she feels about Patashar. And she doesn't really like the way he does things.
13 for perception is good.
I'm a virgin.
I would say that bits and pieces of it.
But I figured,
I don't
give the
know
best.
I don't know if the context, if the character would understand the context too, because she wouldn't know that they were talking about them.
Okay.
But I was thinking, maybe we could excuse ourselves to the powder room and I can get a convincing right to just powder room being taken care of. We can slip back to our ship and wait. And I'll write up a little letter. Little something on that, give it back to her.
Okay.
Be like, Tabor, this is a friend from Dada.
Alright.
And at some point we'll just have to excuse ourselves and cut yourself loose. And that way I can also tell the truth to him if he asks if we
My street turns into
other than that, after I get dressed and everything, I'm gonna go and trash Patashar.
Where would I find this
Before we leave. It's the look for Tabor. He smells of
Gunpowder and fur.
Gunpowder and fur. It's not bad.
It's my new band name.
That's y'all's next group.
Hell yeah.
Gunpowder and fur.
Gunpowder and fur.
Gun wielding furries. No.
You ruined it.
I would search for
Technically, we could achieve that.
And not
How
have
with
your
her?
challenges.
I will gather my things and stash them, I guess, so that I can take them with me.
I'm gonna go. She finds something. I'll go.
Y'all gotta speak up. I can't.
Yeah, we can't hear you
Yeah,
on that.
stage whisper, Rex. I can't hear you.
In the context of their
I'm gonna go
conversation, it is
find
now a whisper.
Patashar's room and destroy it. I might steal something if it looks pretty, but I'm going to just absolutely wreck his room.
Okay.
I'll do it naked if I already wear the dress, so that is bad for he walks in. naked Minotaur just thrashing about this room, just breaking everything.
Okay.
And if I find anything pretty, I'm gonna trade it or something else.
He had to
Put it
leave a
in
bunch
what
of stuff when we went on the trip.
I'll put it with the dress that I lay on the floor next
Right.
to the door, so that I don't put any rips or tears in it. I mean, tornado that. And then I'll leave.
Okay. Yeah, you trash your room. Doesn't seem like there's much value. It almost seems like Padishar seems to live a minimalist life.
Yeah, but I figured if there's anything extra here, he'd be in his room while he's wearing his fancy shit.
But he's all dressed up.
While you're doing that, roll me an investigation check.
There's probably at least a couple wands that he doesn't have with him.
A couple what?
We'll find out.
What you find?
Steals the armor. that he has.
16.
So you're trashing said room, and as you know Padishar, you glanced him walking with another group out. He's already dressed and ready for the ball, so you know he shouldn't have his gear on him or anything like that.
Oh, that's right.
None of his gear is in this room.
I mean, I'll even pick up the bed and throw it
Yeah,
out.
no.
Like,
You
looking for hidden
destroyed
doors.
everything
This
in this
place
room.
is fucked up.
The more you destroy this room, the less inclined to believe that he actually spends his time in this room. Oh, this is.
I bet I know where you guys are. We're in the next one. Bullshit. Oh well. Still, this room is trash.
He's gonna know there's somebody out front.
He doesn't know exactly what it was. he's
like a bull in a china shop.
carefully avoiding me since I've been here.
Okay. All right. So, anything else you guys want to do for the rest of the day?
I'm going to take a short rest while getting the room. And
So-
tailored.
Aiko has a vault with all of her money in it.
Oh,
Nice.
sorry. Go ahead.
Nice.
I'll go to the spa.
She's not going to be able to move all of her gold. She's going to have to figure out how to move it. And I'm going to guess that she's going to put as much of it as she can into
Do you have a portable hole?
into her bag of holding
You
and
can take 25.
take it to like a local bank
1,000
25,000
coins.
coins in your bag of holding.
or an office.
Oh, okay.
But then nothing else can fit in there.
There's still somewhere. She doesn't have that many coins.
Okay.
It's under 25.
It takes you a good
Oh yeah, she's just like
amount of time.
doggy digging into the bag.
want me dead.
She got her bag between her feet and
Yeah, I'm just like doggy digging it into
just
the.
straight leaving the mafia type stuff. Grab your personal bags to get ready to run.
this life.
I'm getting out. I told Balls.
There was 3 magic
Oh,
items.
She gathers all her things into her bag of holding.
And she does. She closes her vault and she turns around. As you're walking out of the area, you coming around the corner, you bump into Exalted. He's like, "Oh, Aiko, how are you this evening?"
Just finishing up, getting ready to go, making sure everything is on the up and up.
Is there a reason why do you need funds for anything? I can fund whatever you need. You don't have to dig into your personal finances for this.
I just want some extra cash on me in case, if I need it.
Very well. Well, have a lovely evening. And, it was actually good working. I would say that there's not very many people that haven't failed me. last couple of months.
Odd thing to say. Have I not pleased you?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you are one of the few that have not. And he lifts his head. Excuse me, I need to acquire some coin of my own from my personal belongings.
Have a good evening. I'll see you soon.
I'm assuming you're at the local, like the Emperor Manor Bank area, the vaulted area where they keep a lot of different
In my
things.
safety deposit
Yeah.
box. Mm-hmm.
And you get the sense that he's going towards his.
I will definitely look at other people's deposits while I was there, but that is just me.
I only have a key for my own.
Who says you need a key, Swiss sister?
It's magical.
I'm not planning on going to the local clink tonight.
Love this place.
Dude, you should
Probably won't be the local clean.
Yeah.
Probably would make it out the door.
Dave's dress was way more expensive than I found out. It's like another
Those statues for looks.
There's some jewelry. That was another 3 or 4.
Dave this evening is gonna be like a girl on fire. You know, like
Dressed in platinum. The horns are like waving.
All kinds of different necklaces hanging on the horn.
Right.
Strung between
So
them.
much
And
back.
I will say that
Gonna take
Dave, I would say that Dave
A glass of
probably
water and
has-
splash it on you, and then all of a sudden the
I'll let you
dress
guys describe
melts
y'all's
down to
outfit
where
for the ball.
it's got a different color and it looks,
What?
I'll let you guys describe your outfit when you enter the ball. Well, we're gonna do like this whole. Orion has come in with his non-date,
Ow!
and you know, like
He's part of my entourage.
Right.
something smells good in there.
anyhow. So I'm assuming Aiko was kind of like after that she's a little on edge, leaving.
Yeah, she's definitely being overcautious and looking at every corner as she moves through the.
Did one around
She
the
does
exit.
have, I will say, you do have your own connection.
Yeah. Are they
Trust
here?
them now?
I mean, there are some, yeah, in the city.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm probably going to go and stash my stuff with Ella.
Thank
Thank you, Dylan.
Children?
That's all there is at this table.
Right.
Hey.
Okay. So the remainder of the day seems to slow down as y'all can practically hear the ticks on the clock.
Oh, I head out to the spa. I don't like this waiting around for stuff to
Okay.
happen.
Orion isn't there. He's headed out.
Spending time with mother.
I repack my things away.
Are you doing the mud bath thing and
No, just the hot spring, soak in the hot water.
yeah.
Surprised you're not trying to like get ahead of the counseling on Rael.
Yeah.
We did that. We did that.
You missed out.
Oh.
He missed out.
Actually, Rail's pretty bad off.
Actually, he's only one.
I mean, I noticed
Mental
you were
down
actually
from his original.
I know, yeah. I
No,
went
we
up
got
one, went
back-
down one, went down
I still
another
had
one.
that point of exhaustion, right? Have we had
Y'all,
time
no,
to
y'all
get
haven't.
rid of it?
No, y'all haven't. You haven't quite exhaustion. I'll also say this. I do need you to roll a d6.
A D6?
Yes.
Drink this, girl.
Because finding out someone that you trusted explicitly.
How much mental health do you have by default?
There's some of your
Okay, so did we
mental-
do your stats for your mental health?
No, Nico.
yeah, of your mental
Okay. So just note right now that you've dropped 5 points of mental health. This has hurt Aiko's
Psyche.
psyche a little bit. I would say that you're a little bit distraught because of this news, and I would also say part of it is because it's confusing
How do
to
we do
you.
that? The mental health?
It's
All your mental stats come on. You're changing into
wisdom and charisma together, like the base of them. And then that's like the total. Yeah,
Right.
for you.
You also gotta, I need you to think in your backstory how many major traumatic events she's gone through too. And you have to roll a d6 for each one.
Oh gosh.
Oh, what about mine?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is it singular d6?
For each traumatic event.
Well, technically it was just one very traumatic event. Did you roll a d12?
I would no. I'm gonna say in general, if you don't know how many traumatic events or how bad it is, it's usually 2 or minimum 2.
Okay.
Because I mean, y'all have had past trauma, so you're gonna have some of that. You just write what your maximum is and write where it currently is. Now, mental health doesn't heal like
Yeah, you have to go through
Did that earlier
Therapeutic
bump
sessions
my
to get-
maximum?
back.
Did that?
Sure.
no, it doesn't take away from your maximum.
No.
So your maximum is always gonna be the same.
I know, but I've just gained more back from the session earlier than I technically lost.
Right.
So
So
But I can't go over the maximum.
no, you can't go over it.
You can just be super happy.
Yep. Heal myself.
100% is like good day. Nothing, sunshine, rainbows, nothing can be bad.
Stop it.
Nothing can be wrong.
Like everybody around him is just going through hell, but he's like walking on sunshine.
I mean, how far back would that go?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I can.
Because you know, with her backstory, her family was killed by the Crimson Order,
Okay, that's one.
and then she was basically sold off into slavery and shit.
And
And
that's
who knows how many traumatic events she had while
And we'll give you 2 for that, so you have 3d6 there.
okay, and then being liberated from that
Okay.
and inducted into basically getting saved from all of that.
All right.
So safe.
And then
Big pimpin'.
she's found a couple of friends since then that she trusts.
Okay. Well, that's why I'm generalizing it. I'm not gonna go for each individual moment that she's dealt with during her time.
Right, but the biggest traumatic.
But the biggest one is what I'm generalizing. So that way, I'm giving you grace for the good times that mixed in with the bad times in your character's history. That's why I'm saying like we'll say currently let's do 3d6 for what you had prior to what's going on now.
Okay, and then I've already taken out the 5 for the one I just rolled, so
Okay.
that still there's 3 out of that.
Do
Oh,
3d6.
can I offer therapy?
Yeah.
There is. So that's the thing is like, but you guys don't know each other's mental health. You know, y'all.
I know
you can
it's-
see when somebody's starting to.
I'm offering dream therapy now.
Well, you don't know her yet.
Oh, I know, not her specifically.
Well, she's gonna show up, and I bet you'll sense the dark cloud about her.
Damn, another 5.
Traumatic events in her life has been very
on me.
rough on her.
So
It's like
11
16.
total, and then with this 5 makes 16 total off of my max of 50.
A max of 50. You still got pretty good.
34.
Even though you've
she's
taken
got
some stuff,
15 intelligence, 15 wisdom, and 20 charisma. So
So even though you've done that, and some shit's happened, you've still got a good mental fortitude.
34.
I would need to know when it reaches, yes, below half. Like at half is fine.
If it gets to be under 25.
If it gets under 25, let me know. Because you might have to start dealing with.
Tick.
Oh, no, that's like below 25%. When you start having like
Physical issues.
visible like ticks and shit. I know.
So
But the under
that's
like I would say under 25 is like things that normally would be beneficial for your character to stop being beneficial. Like
she's gonna leave Miyako with Ella and her things.
okay, you don't want to.
Not at the ball. I don't need her
Oh,
at
okay,
the
yeah.
ball.
Yeah, they would just.
Okay. All right, so
It's dragon chow.
How does Dave prepare to stage this? I wouldn't say coup, but it's like more.
We've already discussed how we're going to do it.
Do you need to have anything prepped before the ball?
We've already.
I guess find a powder room that goes towards an exit. That's
Talking about the Lee Manor.
where we're gonna be.
You're gonna be at the Lee Manor.
Yeah.
So you haven't.
I've been in here. haven't I?
Micah would know it, yes? No, is it a new
Not
place?
She's been with it's the Lee Manors. They're the third noble house, so it's one of Exaltu's known political rivals.
On the way in.
So
Yeah, we're gonna scope the place as we go in. I guess Dave and I will kind of enter together since we're the only girls.
Dave could spend the day trying to run across one of the other guys.
That's true. I've been out.
Oh yeah, trying to
Been
run
around
across
the
No
more
one's
people
watching me.
and tell them that you're
I
sending
know,
somebody
they're
their
letting you
way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you're not hard to miss.
Yeah. I mean, after I get a smile on my face and skip to my step,
You're
that's
not
what I
easy
just
to
did.
miss. But
I'm gonna go
You
find
see-
you know.
Okay, roll me an investigation check real quick.
See who you can find.
What is it again?
Investigation.
3.
So during your investigations, you find this place that looks really relaxing, and
It's not even the right place.
you find yourself Orion, you hear a loud kaplunk in the spa water next to you.
Go.
There's a bull. Just all you see,
Wait.
just see the
Oh, yeah.
the snout.
I rolled
you
a
know,
7 perception after I got in the pool,
The
so I don't even know
snout
you're there.
of the bull and some horns out of the water, and you hear bubbles.
at this one, I just assume it's just another Minotaur.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the pool, I guess.
Didn't even know if it was a guy or a girl's room. She just walked in.
It's all the same in the spa, right?
It's so nice, warm.
Depends.
Exfoliation.
Yeah,
You
there's-
notice it's kind of a little muddy in the water now.
I'm like,
It's been a while since Salvation had that.
Oh gosh, I'm glad.
I'll like
You went to
Especially
take
after
a
what we
bath.
just did.
That's what you put on your nice dress.
There's a hint of a little bit of
I
like
took it off
sweat
for a
on the air.
you know,
Hoping it's not got dirt in it.
I'll like shape water and put dirt away.
The water clears up, and you can see Dave like completely stark.
To
Sexy.
be fair, I've already seen it.
It's good stuff.
I mean, you got your head in the water. I'm like, Dave. And you're like,
Splash, splash, splash.
I'm like, you just see like pale
Fish on top.
elf body sitting. You got eyes closed right now?
See,
Yeah, I'm underwater. I'm just like chilling.
I'm like, Dave.
only
natural 20.
only the snout sticking out of the water, breathing.
Oh,
If you inhale like that, you get a nose full of water.
blow out a bunch of fucking chlorine water all over you.
Chlorine,
And I'm like,
spring water.
flick the gross burger water off me. I'm like, it's good to see you. What are you doing? Where have you
I'm
been?
scoping. Figuring it out.
Scoping for what?
Escape route.
From the spa?
It's in the ball.
And is there like
They let you into the banner to go to the vault to check out the ballroom. So you went across the street to the spa.
And I'm assuming there's like
Go take a
a
bath.
bench that you sit on along the edge where we're sitting right now.
Yeah, kind of. Well, no, she's in the like full on jump, basically like dived in almost like it was a swimming pool, like was on her back now. And you're like on the edge still, like, you know.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sitting on the little bench there so I can just like sit up out of the water, you know, about like,
This is Tiersis, right?
Yeah.
you know, upper chest out of the water. I'm like, where have you been? I know where you've been. What? Looking for escape routes from where?
The ball. From
The
my-
ball. Why? Are you
well,
okay?
I'm gonna have to get out, and a friend of mine
Get
is
out?
gonna have to get out.
Is something gonna happen?
Huh?
Is something happening?
Something is supposed to happen, but that's up to me.
Oh. Are we gonna somehow get involved in this?
Probably not.
Are you sure?
No.
If you're trying to escape and someone else is chasing you, we're probably gonna end up involved.
Well, I don't think anyone's chasing me.
And what are you doing?
We're trying to go into the bar place. Find out the hallways and get back here.
I mean,
The
would
exits.
they just let me in? I mean, I'm a resident right now at the Lee Manor.
You can. Go
We
on.
could. You want to go in?
Hell yeah. They wouldn't let me in.
Okay, I wasn't planning on going back till later. I like turned to start to get out, and you see, toned, pale elf body, giant back tattoo.
What's the tattoo of?
It's the wheel cosmology.
Okay. Any crystalline form over the tattoo itself?
A little bit on some spots. It's kind of, fucked it up a little bit, but
Oh, it's fucked it up. It's not
yeah,
like-
'cause the tattoo was beforehand.
Yeah.
And he's got some on his, one on his arm, but he's already leaning to get out.
Where'd you get your ink?
Sigil.
Sigil?
Yeah.
Is that a place?
Yes, it's really far from here. And I'm like, towel, putting my stuff. You see, I have like a very nicely sealed bag with me. That's some fine clothing inside. Hey, we coming? Where's your clothes at?
It's a really nice dress.
Yeah, it's like
on the
satin. It's like silk.
It's more expensive than they were offering to allow you to pay for.
It's white silk with little fish and
Like-
stuff embroidered on it.
Okay. Well,
And there's one shark.
I guess get your clothes back on. Do you have anything else?
Not with me.
You put this on and you were already that dirty?
Can you clean it?
We'll take a look at it. I can do what I can.
Okay. Take it back off and hand it to you.
Assuming hopefully you had it off in the water.
Well, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
She was getting dressed and she's
But
like,
you're
"Can you
let's
clean
go.
it?"
I'll like any parts that have dirt, I'll like wet it and then pull the dirt off, the water and dirt off with the shape
Oh,
water.
okay, with the shape
And
water.
then just, off to the side, back into the dirt.
Interesting.
Cool trick.
Do as best I can. I don't have the fancy one that wizards use.
Prestidigitation.
I know, those bastards. It's so nice.
That's such a great spell.
I know.
I know, right?
It's not within your skill set, Orion. I'm like, fine. Okay. I really tried hard. Huh? I could try again. I tried a long time ago, but I wasn't as good then anyways, so I couldn't say.
Might want to be able to find one of those. Like,
A wand?
Charge?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I think you said try to learn it again. I don't know. Maybe there's a
Just,
wand.
like,
That'd be
have a
great.
wand with
I didn't
you.
even consider that.
need it.
One of those. That'd be great to have. A couple charges on it.
Well, and cantrip wands in this universe are the same thing as cantrips.
Oh.
So you use it over and over?
Okay.
Shit.
They're more expensive though. They're a lot more.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome,
That
though.
would be pretty cool.
Well, there's your presentation.
I know. I'll have to go find one of those.
Yeah, I know how much it costs. Where's Tabor?
Back at the manor. Last
we're
I saw.
going?
Yeah.
Weird.
Flash.
Yeah.
Hard.
The thing, it changed.
Yeah, I refreshed the screen over here.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, let's go. I need to scope out the place beforehand. That'll actually be really helpful.
Scope it out again. What is going on? As we're like walking out.
I mean, there's a person that I've invited to come back with me. When I left, I always planned on coming back. I just, yeah,
Do we know this person?
I do.
Are they trustworthy?
Yeah. I rolled
Roll me a persuasion check versus an insight check.
17.
So it's like 24.
They tell them pretty sure Dave's stuff.
You seem to trust them. What did you say?
I didn't say that. No.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
Passing thought.
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, so if you trust them,
And more importantly, Ix doesn't.
X doesn't.
And she has a lot of information about Ix, which might be helpful.
Who's X? Oh, he's the guy. He's the head honcho guy. I've heard about. Okay. There's so many politics here. I get all tired of it.
I don't do much.
I try not to. Anyways, as we make our way across, I like dried myself off.
Is there like a robe or something that I can dress in?
The spa has a robe that you can just take instead.
Towels and crap that you can.
Yeah, we'll just leave them a silver. Take a nice robe. Leave.
You would need to do your elbow.
Yeah, it's just like a silver to grab.
It's a spa. There should be things like that.
But
ask.
It's a bathhouse.
as you walk out,
And then
you are the only one wearing a robe walking down the street.
I don't care. I grab attention regardless.
Just saying, like,
They notice me wherever I go.
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna go over here.
And these two are getting fitted together, so they're busy.
You're walking to the manor.
Do you hear style?
Mommy, look, it's a Dave.
I'm known in this town, I guess.
Apparently, some other people had heard of you as well. I think it was some town guard. It was the town guard. Never mind. You were there for that. No, you weren't. That was after you had left with the tiefling. We spoke to the town guard on the ship.
Oh, that's me. Who that took?
Yeah, they knew who you were.
Oh, we took her.
Yeah, so we felt like you were gonna be okay, and lo and behold, you were fine.
Yeah,
Thank the gods.
And then twisted.
we had a dream,
We did.
didn't we?
Do you? How much you remember of that?
I remember a little bit because it was pretty bizarre. Actually.
Yeah, it was bizarre. Wait,
Forms around.
is the person you're talking about the one that was in a dream with you?
No. No, you'll see her. She's like a.
Oh, okay, that was someone else. That's what.
Yeah. Sit here.
Overriding your power.
Are you?
That's up to you.
No, that's up to you. You need to ask.
I mean, is baseline, inside a thing? Is baseline inside a thing?
I would say that if you're trying to probe her for information, you would have to ask me if you think she's lying.
No.
Or if you're just taking what she says on face value. That's
Yeah,
up
I'm
to
just
you.
like, all right.
I'd probably just assume that if I trust her, that's
I
fine.
know when she goes to Ella, is going to ask that she send a message to this person that Dave told her to look for.
Which one was it that they said?
The Tabor. To send a message to Tabor that the letter that he gave to her, the need for passage, she's gonna have one of the Harpers deliver the message.
Okay.
You should keep the letter because the letter's pretty jobby basic. It says, Tabor, this is a friend.
Oh, I got
It has a hook
Yeah,
around
so
it.
when you're like
She's not
confronted,
gonna
you just be like,
send-
here.
yeah, no,
Yeah, you're gonna
that
keep
will
that
be,
one.
tucked into a special place.
I'm gonna keep
But
that one.
That
It's got fist printed.
That is a very Dave thing to do. This is a friend, Dave.
Yeah.
But she's gonna go. She's gonna have Ella send a Harper to find where she needs to go
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good
to
point.
find,
I told her the basic
Tabor, so that she would know where
okay.
she needs to
So-
go once she gets her things from
I think I would have told you it was parked. Last I saw, it was parked at the very corner of the dock, and I think it was stuck there.
Okay, so Ella is going
She
to.
wants to scope it out, though. She still wants somebody
no,
to go and look.
Definitely know where you're going. That's a good point. And that's what I'm
And,
saying.
you know, to find out how many people are at the boat and what kind
It
of.
takes about an hour. It takes about an hour for the information to get back to you.
Okay.
You find out that Taylor, the individual that you're looking for, is currently staying with his crew at the Lee Manor.
So they're staying, okay, they're
We
at
can't
the.
all be wearing red.
They're not.
So they're not going to be at the boat.
They're not at the boat right now.
Fair, mine's a very dark.
They do have. There's a gentleman by the name of Captain Taggart that's at the boat. Ella tells you he's a little bit hard to deal with, and a little bit of a.
Scallywaggy.
She couldn't get a read on him. He was very floppy about the way he conversed. She doesn't know if it was a real, like him really being like that, or if he was putting on a show, or what.
Yeah, I wouldn't have told her either, but I had news for her party, so if I'm with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Huh?
Else staying at the ship. Oh, there's also a Lord Sith
Yeah, I was going to say
that's
that.
staying at the ship too.
And Tempest.
Grab this color.
Tempest is, from what you've gathered, has been kind of the lady that was on the boat with the Lord Sith. She's been getting things together to dress up for the ball as well. From what Ella has told you, that the individual Tempest has been asking around about an individual that runs with Will.
Yeah, that's right.
And the information she gathered has led her to the ball. So she's going to attempt to get involved.
Lovely. So we're going to have a cross of my characters.
It's always fun.
Trying to get in there?
Yeah, on her own because she wasn't invited.
Oh. Well, I mean, I figured there would be few people that tried to get invited.
Well,
I don't know her.
Everything that, all the nobles were going to be like, of course I am on the list. You son of a bitch. Check again.
I am a
Check again, damn it.
diplomat from another
also
universe.
one of the things that you've gathered from what Ella said is that individual Tempest has been making trips to another ship at the dock, a heavily armored ship.
Oh, great.
And you get the sense that she's trying to convince that individual as to allow her to be his plus one. And then
Oh, she's a ball.
She's trying to get Patashar to take.
she's trying to get Abernathy to let her install as his arm piece so that
All she needs to do is give him some expensive or rare wine.
She wouldn't know that. She doesn't know it.
no, but she knows she's found out who all's been invited to the ball. Apparently, you already know this.
Yeah, Abernathy would love that day with the stuff I make.
Yours is a little bit harder than what he's used to.
He's told me what he likes. I can make a nice little
He's used
cherry
to relaxing
wine.
drink. All right.
for
So
Abernathy to do it.
Dave and Orion, or you guys go to the manor.
Yeah, they're gonna kill Jesus
hit that one
Italian,
right
by the way. They see him as a loose end. Apparently, he was feeding information. Not anymore, but they still see him as a loose end.
They as in.
He extend the rest.
Okay, we should probably let Tabor know.
Yeah.
They're probably in the fitting room as we head inside.
You open the gate. There's you hear an ow, and Rail and Stephanie are trying to dance in the courtyard, and he's continuously stepping on her feet.
I'm telling you, it's 1, 2. Think of its sword forms.
Yeah, they're also gonna try and kill
He doesn't have sword forms.
Yeah.
Now you're thinking about it. Rail doesn't have sword forms.
Do you even have swordsmanship?
Yeah, I swing the sword, I don't die, they do.
That's the best swordsmanship.
Hit him with the pointy end.
And Orion
And if it works, hit him.
Is that what Dave says? That she's walking by them?
Huh?
She's walking with Orion. Because y'all are seeing them in the courtyard. Because y'all have to go past the courtyard and get into the manor.
I'm like, oh, here they are.
Yeah.
As we divert.
So Dave says,
Yeah, we're just.
Yeah.
I fucking 180, and I go, Dave, fuck's sake.
I spin
She's in a
I just
robe.
grabbed
She's in a
Tabor
robe,
up.
half wet.
Yeah.
And I stop and
There
I
goes
paint
the
ruined my
towel.
suit.
I like
Late.
like pick Stephanie up a little bit and spin us around like Dave.
I like.
As you do, she's
try her.
kind of looking down at you, and she's all like, that's probably the best bit of dancing you've done all day.
That is quite factual. You are two monkeys on the floor.
So I just have to stop
no.
thinking about it.
Yes.
She raises
Treat
up.
her like your sword. Display her to the room.
It's just like falling.
Like a sheath. Rip her arm out of
Like
socket.
jerk her around.
No, display her to the room like a flower.
Okay, so what's Dave doing?
I'll dry you off.
Say, teach
I
her how to
do have a
dance little
question.
bit.
With my keen senses,
Okay,
I'll dry you off real
if
quick
anybody
too.
wants to try and teach them how to dance in a short amount of time, we can do that. Now, are you going to stop doing your investigation?
Well, I mean, they're gonna try and kill you, by the way, Stephanie, and Taggart also.
Yeah, we need to let Tiger know.
They're probably after him right now.
who's after who?
Right now,
Taggart, yeah.
I'm in my good clothes.
Hmm?
This is my only pair. This is my only set.
That is very factual. I looked at his other clothes; they're garbage.
Oh. Dang.
So if you want, tell me how you try and teach them to do it, and then we'll see how successful you are.
Teach him to dance.
I'll grab Orion or Rael and I'll show him how he should treat
Oh,
Stephanie.
okay. I can teach Stephanie.
You're gonna be the male.
And I go,
I'm gonna lead you and I'm
Yeah.
gonna show you how to lead.
cool.
This is like
Fine by me.
All right,
I
I
just
do the
disappeared.
reverse. Why don't you just? Why wouldn't? Oh, because you don't know how to lead. That's why. Yeah.
well, the thing is that we're both leads.
Yeah,
I know.
We're both trying to lead
I'm
the
like,
dance.
listen, Steph, you just gotta let him. Neither one of y'all is gonna learn how to dance. You don't pick.
And I'm already teaching him how to lead, you can see.
You can see her chewing on her cheek a little bit. Fine.
You just hear it in the distance. What?
I'm like, I look
All right.
over at what Dave's
roll a
teaching her.
performance check,
Currently being spun around.
and I'm gonna have you roll an intelligence check.
See how well I retain it.
Perfect.
Question. As I go to,
Beautiful flower.
What is it?
Match 20
11.
11.
plus, like, 2, so 22.
With the 11, so
Dave's a
with the
good
nat,
dance teacher.
with the nat 20, it made your check a lot easier to learn. With 11, you are very dizzy. You're pretty sure you might have popped a seam in one of your parts of your suit.
And I
But you
popped every
think
bone in his back when I did that.
Yeah, you
I didn't even know you could chew that.
but you think you have an idea on what the concept is.
Release one.
More, you have more of an idea of the concept of dancing instead of actual dance moves themselves. You know that even if you don't have like it's much like the way you use your weapons. You don't have a specific form, but as long as you can lead the room in what you're doing, you can fake it until you break it.
Can I use guidance to help Stephanie learn this?
Yeah, actually, that would
Like,
be a
hey,
really
Stephanie,
good use.
watch what Rael's doing and do that when he
Or
does it
it
to you.
could just be like, I'm like,
Okay.
I think I
Oh, perfect.
got it. We'll have to get that.
That bumps
song
my
back.
roll to a 21.
Ending.
I'll walk back up and take Stephanie, and I'll just be like,
And I can give
Lead.
Stephanie guidance if that works as well, but I know we're doing two separate
Well, you
things.
can only give one at a time.
Okay, well, mine was still pretty good. Mine was a 19. I can give Stephanie guidance if she looks like she's struggling more. It'll be a +3.
Okay. Okay.
Swordsman.
Now she
Most
is
swordsmen
My mouth is
trained.
watering so bad from this food that I smell something.
I'm good.
Yeah, she is trained in a specific form of swordsmanship. And me, I'm trained in
What's
random
bad?
bullshit.
What's bad is her form of swordsmanship
Pancake and
is
sausage this
leading.
morning, and I've nibbled on some chicharrones, and that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Just two swordsmen. We're basically having a duel on the dance floor.
That's what.
That's what it is, bro.
Basically.
That's why you saw her grit her cheek,
She
thinking,
has to lose a fight.
I can't. It's hard for me to defend. To use my defensive style to learn how to dance whenever I'm having to follow instead of lead. Because the shield wall is the front line. I'm supposed to be leading the confrontation, not.
Y'all can work this out later.
Right? Let him
Like,
be
y'all
a
can work
man,
this out later.
Stephanie, just this once.
I will say, there is a lot of
Stephanie
fight in
is
her
a-
when you're trying to.
Stephanie is the
to force
noble
her to
of
learn. There's a lot of fight in her.
Like, listen.
Let's go with the ring,
Back,
Stephanie.
forward,
Go with the ring.
turn.
After a couple tries, she starts getting the whole concept. Instead of fighting you into a form, she's following the form you're giving her.
Act like he's putting you on.
So
And the guidance.
it's unkempt, but it's passive.
It'll do.
It's a rough,
No one's gonna be looking at just you two.
right? It's a rough and tumble type.
You get the sense that looking at the dress she's wearing and looking at what she looks like, they're not going to be paying attention to how she's dancing.
Yeah.
Just that she's dancing.
Like I said, display her to me.
And see if they can find any cracks in that dress that she's wearing to see other things.
I mean, I'd say let them try, but like,
You know,
she's
when
a
there's
steel wall.
you know, when there's a wardrobe malfunction,
Well,
you dip
I mean-
her too far and a nip pops out, you know, something.
Halle Berry that shit.
All right.
Should be famous.
All right. So it takes y'all the better part of an hour to do that. We only have an hour or so left before the doors open for people to start showing up for the ball.
Oh, so we should get
Ryan,
back
can you send a message
to.
to Captain Taggart for the magical
I mean,
beams?
you're already where you're going to be for the ball.
Yeah, but should I already be here? Should probably go back to.
There has
the
been
other
no
place and
warning
have
that's been
something
present to him.
No.
You're not stepping on each other's toes anymore. Not very much. Every now and then there's a.
Just like,
Just send a runner.
So after their dance session, there's an hour until it starts, or it took
Hour.
them to that point of it starting because they took
No,
up their
no.
hour.
At this point, I'll just take off in a sprint. I'm just
I'm
gonna.
going to go ahead and write a
Right.
letter to Captain
Sweat in the
Taggart,
silk.
basically saying he needs to be on his best.
She's not in the
I'm in
dress.
the robe.
Oh, you just carrying your dress around then?
I think he is.
He's got-
Yeah, she's got to come back here. I'm holding on to it. It's like,
You're gonna like.
where does she
It's
go?
gonna end up being
She needs
time
to
for
be
the ball to
dressed
start.
and
Dave's gonna be in a
escorted to the
freaking
manor.
bathrobe for the ball.
We can figure
She's
it
gonna
out.
she's gonna have to take her
Sexy.
dress with her.
Well, she's got to come back
Write a
here
letter.
anyway.
Right, but
Does that whole
she's
thing
gotta
where she
be
just wraps it around
escorted.
her Oh,
She
yeah.
doesn't
Right.
look like she knows where she's going.
I got you.
Yeah,
Then
I
like
need
an
to.
hour. Like an
You know
hour.
I'm coming
Now,
back.
I know. I'm like, well,
Hey,
hopefully she gets back
To
in
be
time.
fair,
I had a sprint.
I would say like an hour and 20, hour and 30 minutes from the current time you guys at is when people start arriving to the ball. It doesn't mean that that's when you guys are going to arrive.
Right. Well, I
So
was gonna try to see if by chance when Dave is headed back to the palace, Aiko and Dave meet in the street somewhere possibly. Because she's leaving the tavern where Ella's at to go back to the palace.
Okay.
Because she's staging everything there.
I need the both of you to roll me a percent and tell me the numbers.
so Tabor, is there any kind of etiquette at this thing I should kind of try to be aware of?
Assuming Stephanie
Yes.
knows, and I
80.
ask.
Etiquette, like Like,
Everybody.
I think this is the most
I mean, like being polite to people.
Normally
Yeah, like
it's like
that.
super
Yeah,
low.
so,
or super
Stephanie, you're his handler. Make sure he doesn't fumble.
Well, I'm a guard, but okay.
Yeah, you got a mercenary and a guard going to high society
high. Oh, you
functions.
got 0%
My
chance
dad,
to survive.
my
You're a little Cardvel, and you're
I am, but I am. Do I act like a lady of Cardville?
Hey,
No, I
let
made
me put it in
one.
perspective for you. I'm technically
I was a
warrior.
commoner and I received teachings.
I thought that one would have double zero.
Yeah,
Depends on which way. If you roll the
That
roll,
would
if
be
you,
100.
We've had this
Yeah.
argument before.
Oh, y'all talking about the 0-0 thing?
We were just talking about that earlier too.
Yeah, we literally were just talking about
I
that.
mean, you have to have a way to roll a 0 if you can roll a 100, though.
But technically it's 10,
No.
but there's also a 10 on the percentile dice.
You can't roll a 0. It's a 1 to 100.
0. Like,
There's,
look at this.
there's 1 and there's a 0 on the 10.
Right. But then the percentile house
But
has
this
a
is
0.
your tens
0,
place.
0.
This is your ones
that's
place.
Yeah.
that's 20.
When you're looking at
Because this dice is 10, and this is your 10, your
Zero.
10 by. So like 10 times.
10 plus 10 is 20.
So
They
if
don't-
it's 0,
you
0,
don't
0, it's 10.
That's not what.
Yes.
So no. So what he just
It's,
said.
okay, there's two ways to read it. Like, and there's always
But yeah, there's the right way and there's the wrong.
no.
Super
So he was
weird.
saying,
everybody.
Anyways,
And it becomes
We can talk about
it
this
becomes an
after.
argument. So
We're 53.
it depends on the DM and how they
What did-
choose.
All right, everybody take a breath.
80.
Okay. Well, I will say that they'll both roll above 50. And I had rolled to see if it was above or below. So, when you're done doing your thing, we'll find out.
I'm gonna have a servant run a letter to Captain Taggart, basically making sure that he does know if he needs to be careful, his life might be endangered, if need be.
I'm like digging
He's already
through my
dead. He's
books.
lying
It's
in the
just all
cold blood.
monster.
May,
And his quarters.
I don't have
Well, we
communication with
tried.
Captain Taggart. I need to fix that.
Yeah. We need more communication.
where did you go?
He's inside. Yeah,
I
they're
ran
going
off the
inside
man. I'm
the
like
train.
scoping this shit
So
out
roll
at
me-
a sprint.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
since you're having to do this at a quick pace, you don't have a lot of time left. Roll me an investigation check at disadvantage.
I mean,
I'm
I
just
could.
gonna roll over the whole place and I'll remember it.
You'll remember the place, but you might not remember all like the escape paths and everything else and all the
That's
little.
part of Labyrinth.
Yeah, that's
Well,
right.
Well, no,
Features.
the labyrinth allows him to know
Where he's been.
everywhere he's been.
Well, if I can perfectly recall any path I've traveled, I'm gonna go from the exit to the ball, from that ball to another exit, find another exit to the main room. I'm gonna basically know
Who's
all
this
of the
half-naked
exits to and
bull
from.
running through the place?
Pay attention to
As they're
path
dodging
resistance.
showing up.
Servants.
Yeah, dude, I'm like the servants
Actually,
are gonna be
Every
freaking
single
out.
time Dave runs across, there's like runs through an area, you see a construct come out and go, "Can I help you, sir?" And then you run past them, and then like a couple minutes later, the same construct
We're
comes out
lucky.
in another spot of the house. You have no idea how the fuck they got there. Can I help you, man? And then like they're like every time you do it,
That
they're
thing's fast.
We have an hour, right?
Not to still
Huh?
We have an hour to the ball. Okay, I can just fly a message down to him.
Like you fly.
Yes.
Oh.
Go to Tabor.
Captain
or yeah. I mean, I think that would be cutting it close, but yeah.
Flying takes an hour to get all the way to the dock.
No, but they're back.
Is it 30 minutes? I mean,
It took us 2 hours of walking.
walking, flying is much faster.
Yeah.
As a giant eagle?
Oh, you could okay, a giant eagle.
Well, actually, giant eagles aren't any faster than the regular size ones.
Technically, I might have the best
I don't wanna get
as a
shot
rogue
down.
with my multiple dash.
So yes, you'd be sprinting through the streets. I can fly in a straight line.
Are you challenging me that I cannot fly?
Actually, yeah, I was about to say you can dash while you're flying.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
well then.
But no, I mean that's up to you guys.
fast Raven.
I guess I can run to Captain Taggart, but that would, I think,
That would burn your.
Yeah, I could do it.
it's a short rest, but I won't have the ability to go hybrid. If some
Just
incident
let me.
requires me to.
I'll just write a letter. I'll hold on to it. Fly down there as a hawk. Fly back.
see me fly by. I'm almost done.
I'm not saying that you're not going to be back in time. I'm saying that you won't have a lot of time to do anything when you get back.
I
I'm not there. I'm
don't
at the
think I need to
tavern.
plan to do, so I was, right
Yeah,
now
it wouldn't
it's,
take you. I mean, it's obviously not going to take you 10 minutes to do that.
yeah.
It's going to take probably like 45 minutes, and you got like an hour or so.
Well,
Okay, well I do
I
that.
wait for
Write your letter.
Basically giving right to tag
here.
your life may be in danger for.
Currently, when you get to the dock to hand
Because she's
the
not
letter
gonna
off,
when
I don't understand both. I just,
right, you don't see Taggart.
I see any of the
You see the more
Yeah, I guess
Sith
that's
is walking around.
board sit, it's good enough. Do they look on alert?
No, but as they read the letter, she reads the letter real quick and she looks over at you and she goes, he's at the Commons office at the moment, picking up some cargo for something we might make a little bit of extra money on.
Oh, I don't know where that's at. I look at her and I point that way with the wing.
Okay.
I'm like, go give it to him. That's all I got.
Okay.
If she can't come to that conclusion, then I might have to
Fair.
unshape
Captain
it.
Taggart does have a more
Use a primary feather just to point.
Just
Yeah, but she's all rusty and fat.
What?
No,
More
she's
Sid.
she's just a little thick.
deliciously curvy.
She can't even fit into her gear.
She fit into it. It was just tight.
Don't bend over.
You ever seen leather split?
Not the leather, but the stitching, yes.
Okay. All right. So
It's good meeting you.
you start making your way back to Exaltus. You're still wearing the robe.
No, I would have stopped by
Oh, okay.
him and grabbed
I'm like, I've got to go. Hold this.
You're looking, and like Steffi's looking at you like, that dress looks better than mine.
Yeah, but you look better in yours than she will in hers.
Oh.
Quite the compliment, actually.
She goes like this.
She does that and I go, what a dick.
Did you say the wrong thing again? No.
Just a little bit of playful banter.
Okay, and you're like running by, and like you get out back out to the courtyard, and Orion's gone,
But you see me just standing here like this.
holding a very nicely folded dress.
18 perception.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just holding this.
Alright, I grabbed that.
I'm assuming it is. It's got fish on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's her size.
That's it.
Well, it's folded up like really nice.
Oh, yeah,
I would assume
sure.
your character's like,
I was like, I gotta-
OCD about stuff like that.
Fold it just right. Don't want any creases.
Yeah, like
Creases along the seams only.
trading Steve.
Dame's running down the street with the freaking
Good, actually.
Yeah.
robe,
Yeah.
like dress in one hand. And
Right over the way, Brian.
you come across, you see her, because there's no way you're going to miss her. You're coming from this direction. You're coming from Ellie's, and you're like, Dame's just like coming across like this, like.
Hey! Stop, wait!
We're late!
No. You'll be fine. Come.
I want to show you a place here.
Go to my room and change.
With the run, the ropes have come very loose on Dave.
She starts tucking and tying. When we go to the powder room and I leave, I will be here.
Okay.
Until it is time to leave, you will need to come here. You look for Miss Ella and tell her that you are Bave and you are here for me.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, I've been all over there, so I can get you out.
You guys spend y'all's time, the remainder of your time, whatever you're doing to get ready for the ball.
She tells you the key phrase to tell is
And we're going to take a break, and then we'll start the ball. And we'll come back. And we're back. We're actually going to start the ball here in a moment. And let's go ahead and change this. So you guys, since you guys are there, you were, and the Lee family, though they have servants and everything else, to throw such an extravagant event, they technically Paxton Lee and the manor and the people of the manor don't necessarily have enough people to set the ball up themselves. So for the last hour, I'll say you guys have to help them out setting up the ball. While people are starting to show up, you know, you make a good show. Some of you are setting things up on the fly as things are happening and whatnot. Now, presentation-wise, it looks like a very extravagant
People start showing up. I'm like, done touching shit. I'm like, yeah, I ain't begging to be associated being a servant. I'm walking the fuck out.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so as things are going on, Paxton comes out and grabs Tabor by the arm. He's like, hey, do you know anybody that can announce people as they come in?
Potentially.
I mean, okay. I'm just gonna come straight out and say it'd be pretty off-putting if Lucky.
Oh, that was fine. I go, man, I need to contact Orion while he's in office. Alright.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I go, do you have any chance of being able to announce people like with commentary, or do you have commentary or anything like that? You speak loudly.
Yeah, you can speak loudly. Like we could just assume that you're conversing with each other through the area.
They need someone to announce. Lucky would be very off-putting as a construct, even though I think it would be dope.
I guess so.
Give me some more friends.
Sure.
Okay. So, no, I'm gonna start sending you games.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm just gonna make you do the main, like the main ones, you know?
I'm looking up Premier Douche Face.
So the first couple shows up for the ball. Oh, I guess I can do it on Discord, huh?
Yeah.
Let me just send it to you.
Because I'm not in the ball. I'm associated servants.
I know.
But for my debut.
I've been downgraded.
Yeah, I know when they started asking you to do work, I was like, people are gonna see you doing it.
It's like weird, and I'm like, fuck, there's people here.
I was just admiring.
I was directing the servants.
This one
Walks out that door, circles.
Literally hands a decoration to somebody else and says, now go over there and put that there.
I got shit to do.
You know, be important.
Somewhere else.
I'm going to be a snob.
So
Yeah.
however Orion would announce.
Leaf was gonna die.
Announcing Lord Garrett Abernathy of Cardvale and his +1 Tempest. I would say Lady Tempest would be better. I'm sure it would say that on there.
Messed up your first
Lady
announcement.
Tempest.
Wait, it just says
Avalon.
Tempest on here. It doesn't have the rest of that. I've only got what I
Well, what
got.
the thing is she just managed to get it, so she's so to get her name even said at all at the last minute is just,
Do you have all of Ico's name, or are we going to get introduced? Or are we just going to be
for General X and entourage.
I hope so.
Most likely.
I think they're announcing couples.
Or just groups.
Because I still have
Try
mine.
that announcement.
Here's the Dune
As you do
Breakers.
that, keep an eye on
Most of us
Aaron.
have rank,
He's
so.
a potential ally.
Oh, dude. So when they announce me with Hicks, my dress will be this color, and then when I switch to the Dune Breakers mid-season, switch colors.
Okay, Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
Introducing Talara Belair and Lord Belair, the Duke of Crest.
We're not doing it. All right.
Nope. Those are the first couples to show up. There's a couple of like people that weren't really worth announcing straight up or whatnot. But they're there nonetheless to show their support for what's it called. There is a silence that falls over the
Crowd.
the crowd.
Introducing Lady Charlotte Chamberlain of the Chamberlain Estates.
You see, as you look up, there is a gorgeous blonde stepping down the stairs. She's got the like, instead of all the other ladies that you see coming out wearing the tighter clothing, hers is more like fluffy and like poof out in certain areas and whatnot. Looking at her, she seems more of a ladies' lady than any of the other ones that had come in dressed the way they had. She's also, you can get the sense she like as she's stepping down the stairs, she has a very nervous look on her face. Her eyes so from one target to another and everything else, and she's kind of like holding her dress up. She's stepping down the.
Have we all come in already, and these people are just coming in after?
Not you. You two haven't. Everybody else would be here. And you guys, are you coming with Exalta and them? Did you meet back up with them, or are you coming from?
That's why I assume you're with
You like to leave and come back through. Shoot.
Okay.
Yeah. I would assume that we're all supposed to show up with Ix,
Yeah.
being that we are his entourage.
Entourage.
Y'all see another couple, a couple of men at the top of the staircase.
Introducing Hugo Rothschild and his date. She didn't give a name, that's all it is.
That's Leaf's brother.
And after a few more minutes, y'all hear somebody, "Oh, let's get this thing started. This sounds like it's going to be a blast." And you recognize this voice. Actually, the three of you recognize this voice.
I do.
We're waiting for the announcement. Like,
Sounds like my dog.
as y'all,
Old man Panashar. His fertility's been drained out of him. Recent events.
No longer virile.
y'all feel a nick like as whoever it is enters the room, you start feeling like static on the air a little bit. Like something's like if you were to touch like one of those
Or all
that makes,
TV.
Like stack.
that makes your hair stick up, you know, like
yeah.
but it doesn't.
Hair stand
You
on.
can just feel it, right?
Certain electricity in the room.
Introducing Gerald Axel, Ben Rea, and the twins, accompanied by his entourage.
Charles Axel Bonner is here.
And the twin?
His entourage is
Like
there's
Aaron and
two-
Inga?
No,
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 Charles Axel.
I was like, what?
Charles Axel is a
Well, let
huge
the twins. Okay, if anyone wants to
mercenary
know who the
from
twins are,
Windsor
or if your characters would know it, roll me a history check.
I would not know it. I don't think I would. No.
unnatural 20.
I go with known through the Harpers. Who does?
Yeah, but you're not.
She's not here.
Well,
She'll
what
probably
did
see
you
him
want?
in
Unnatural 20.
6.
They're a pair of lady dragons in uniform. They're his ladies.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right for Charles Axel.
He's got one on each arm, big old smile on his face, but following him is a skinny version, like thin, gangly version of Rail, and another version of Rail, more tall.
Like, stiffen up a little bit.
Charles Axel
Yeah.
is famous in the R.A.
It's not-
Salvatore books about Drake Stewart.
I mean, no, if you looked over at
And
me,
Miles' brothers.
yeah, if you looked over at me, I'm stone faced. I'm
The
altered
three
self,
of
but
you
stone faced.
recognize the gangly, skinny one instantly.
It's that one that did all the
You're
Which one?
disguised as
The skinny one.
What do you mean?
No.
Would they
Orion would.
recognize-
No.
When did we run into him? I remember the big
In the
one.
dream.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that one.
I still have it.
You guys are making it to the front door.
I don't think he's an ally like
I pray that he's just not an enemy.
There's a lot of high level people
that.
here.
We gotta keep eyes on Ryo on this party.
As the door pushes open,
Introducing acting Emperor Exaltu and his companions.
and
Just read
there
that.
is an entire crew of people dressed. I mean, they are like looking at the thing. They are like,
In the Gucci
there's
suit.
not anybody there that looks more sharp than they do. They like Ix is sporting like a teal suit with like the tide. He's got like golden inlays and stuff, and he's like, you know, he's picking his tooth and whatnot as he comes in. He's like got the monocle on one eye. Like,
I'm like,
Padishar,
Dave walks in, I'm like,
Padishar's got his hair down, all curly and whatnot.
To dance with her.
And what have you. He's wearing a kind of like a sports suit in a way, but he's got the jacket over his arm, and it's like just the button up kind of shirt with the whatnot. He's got like this like these suspenders of some sort. You have Gerald, which is he's wearing the normal military like uniform jacket with the
yeah, his
all
number
the
one, which is this nicest uniform he's
Yeah.
got.
and then you have you can describe y'all's dresses as you're coming in. Do it.
Her dress has the tall neck, think Asian style with the tall neck and the buttons down the side. But instead of being a full dress, it's like a two-piece. So it's like a halter and a skirt, and it has it's white with gold and blue embroidery with fish and aquatic plants, and coming up one side of the skirt is a tall slit, goes all the way up to her mid thigh, and it has a shark in the middle and the front. Aiko is, of course, in her human form, wearing her mask. She has the appearance of a geisha in red silk with white trim, and it has small flowers embroidered as well as blue flames. And she has her hair all up and lots of sharp little pointy objects in her hair and beads.
Yeah, as you guys are coming in, you specifically are approached by one of the guards. It looks like, and Ix holds his hands out and they kind of like act like they're walking towards you, and they just walk past. And
I don't like that at all.
Our house guards?
Guards in general, because remember, the Lee family doesn't have enough people to cover everything. So.
That's what the cannons are for.
Ix runs around the house.
Hey, Paxton's not an idiot.
He already has
But they weren't.
loose cannons.
It seemed like they were going towards her
Stop
specifically
her, I imagine.
because of your.
Oh.
It's a
He
disguise.
does
It's a
magic.
disguise. It's an
Oh,
enchanted
they
mask.
can know. Oh, you're screwed.
I was gonna say, did my alter self really secure?
Here.
Oh yeah, I was already there. I didn't have to go through customs.
Oh, that's right. We were already
You're-
inside.
you're,
Okay.
I was like, if they
y'all
looked you
are-
over, you would
y'all
be
have already
fucked.
been
Right, yeah.
vetted.
But y'all
It's
don't
okay.
have y'all's weapons and
But
whatnot.
his would last for an hour, even if you
And it
took it
lasts
off.
continually refreshing.
Well, as long as you have it on.
Right.
So even if they took it off, you wouldn't just change immediately.
Right.
As the people start making their way, they're doing it in order and whatnot. And then Gerald Axel gets to the bottom of the stairs and he looks over, he smirks directly at your face and goes, "Nice hat."
I just nod, just stone faced.
Yes. And he turned it out and you hear him laughing and one of the ladies starts giggling to him or whatnot. Interesting. And when you get within like a couple of feet of him, you feel an energy coming off of that freaking
I'm in danger. Static.
It's almost popping and whatnot. So what are you guys doing? Like at this point in time?
Well, am I done announcing?
Currently,
You're just hanging around
I know.
at the door.
I've got just like a glass of wine, just kind of surveying, seeing where the groups are migrating around, keeping an eye on Ix's companions, Ix and his companions, seeing who they're talking to, but I'm probably a
Going
little
to.
too far away to hear anything.
Alright, we move in closer to the Zatu and Protege. I'm going to
y'all do
like
notice.
conversations.
You'll do notice that there is a couple people in that group.
Who do I see that is not in the group?
The other, well, I don't know. Y'all saw them on the docks, right?
Yeah, they did. Well, no,
No.
they wouldn't have saw him because he was
Okay.
stealth.
Oh, Patashai?
No,
Oh, no. Okay,
But they know about the other
Yeah.
rail,
they know about it.
so he's not with them.
all three rails are here.
There's
Well, all four.
We're missing
There's
1
5.
to 9.
Oh, true. But all the ones that we're aware that are in the city. No, that's not true. Never mind.
If you look at your notes,
I'm like, how's rail holding up?
That's what I was thinking.
Which one? Stone things right now.
Our rail.
Like all five.
Yeah, I
if you
know.
look at your notes as you're looking down,
Uh-huh.
Missing one.
and you're like, well, that's
Yeah.
odd. Rail's here, and you see this big motherfucker pushing through the door
Oh,
right beside you.
Great, this guy. I like.
Fuck. Now we're
Just got the one.
Turn and walk the other way.
And now we're out here.
Yeah.
Going to mingle with
I'm like, oh look, big rails here.
holy fuck, he is a run.
all in the ear. Steps out and looks out
Has he
of
got
it.
his?
He's like, he doesn't have his contraptions on
Okay.
now, but he is still
Yeah,
a tower
Uh-huh.
compared to.
The flesh tower.
Like he almost stands at least a good 6 inches above what Rail would normally look. And his shoulders are like almost like 4 or 5 inches wider. He's just like
Rael looks like he could actually be born.
Don't even start.
Maybe we got the wrong.
he goes.
Can we
and
trade up?
You see him go to tug on his suit jacket, and it doesn't budge at all. Like everything on that jacket is like freaking tight. No, it's just tight.
It's
It's
just
like
painted on nearly.
Yeah, bro.
he's probably late because he's trying to get the jacket on.
Flex a little too hard, just.
Not even the bicep seam. Just,
I'm going to Rails with Stephanie, and I'm going to like make sure you take that.
Stephanie Yash.
Stage whisper. I can't hear you.
No,
oh, he's talking to me.
He stands at the top of the stairwell and he looks around and he sees the line going down the stairs. You know, the people that are like taking their time. He goes like, this is annoying. And you see him like think, and there's like this chain that comes out and shoots down to the bottom of the stairs, and an echo appears. And then you see this bright flash of blue energy, and the echo goes shh, and it's gone. He goes, this is much. And he turns and starts walking down the stairs slowly.
oh my God.
His echoes aren't working.
I was like, I'm just kind of like, oh my god.
Well,
Oh my
that's
God.
Too eager to use his stuff in the social setting.
None of the magic.
This means he's lazy. But obviously, there's something canceling out even the echo ability, which is more of an innate thing.
Yeah.
Did that blue flash come from a source or just
Yeah, like
emanate
the
around?
chandelier, you guys were noticing.
Oh, okay. The big chandelier did it. Okay.
Like that massive one that I was talking about earlier.
Uh,
Is there more than one?
no, this is a big one.
Just a big one in the middle of the room.
So rendezvous with me over to Exalted. I need you to read faces.
Oh, and by the way, I'll slip up to his altar and be like, I'll get it done before the drinks and snacks. And then I'll walk off and grab a drink.
He doesn't even. He makes no like. Drinks his wine.
Stephanie and I are like standing like off to the side, and we're like lightly conversing, but we're more watching everybody over each other's shoulder.
You're all nervous as fuck.
We're just alert. We're just on guard.
Is everybody here have the same energy, or did the nobles all, are they all like relaxed?
Like everybody, like most of the people,
Most with tension.
there's some tension, but not between the other nobles. It's mostly between you guys and some other people in the party.
Us
The people
and
that-
everybody else.
the people that
It's like
attacked us.
a group and the other group are just dead staring.
Right?
But here's the thing: is Exalted and his men aren't even acknowledging your existence.
Wrecked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make my way over to Tabor.
You watch as Exalted walks across the room,
I'll like straighten out my
Like-
suit a little bit.
like lowers his head in a bow towards Charlotte, reaches out, grabs her hand, and kisses her hands, and smiles. And then he moves along, and he starts like, mingling with lords and ladies and whatnot through the.
While he's doing that, I'm going to go.
Whisper. Even I can't hear you.
I go, well, holding near. I said, while he's doing that, I'm going to go talk to Padishar while he's alone.
You're gonna go talk to Padishar?
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't want to talk to her.
I'm going to name drop his last name. Essentially, his last name is similar, and you can read an reaction off of his face.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. You're just trying to see if he has some recognition that
Yeah.
you're looking for?
Who?
I'm going to
Padishar.
go to Padishar. And I approach him. Hello, it's finally nice seeing you again, Mr. Krill.
Are you a fan? And you hear this cackle in his voice.
Do I don't even need to read his face for that one.
I go, no, yes, I am a fan of your work.
Really? What have you seen that I've done?
What has he done?
Loved your display at the docks.
See?
This is Padishar?
Yeah.
That's right, girl. Anyways, nice to meet you again. That's what we.
Oh,
yes.
Good to meet you.
That's very nice.
Well, do you need anything?
No, I just wanted to say hello.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that there was a Maxwell in the Lee family.
No.
Appreciate the introduction. I will. I'll take a mental note.
Does any recognition come across? I mean, you know, presumably it was dark when they attacked us, but I mean, if anyone stands out, the caster probably does.
Roll me an insight check.
I give myself. No, I can't. Oh, that's pretty good.
26.
Yes. Insight. Yeah. 26.
If there is any kind of recognition in the looks on his face or anything like that, you can't discern it.
He's
Yeah, Bro's got like a
Dude,
15.
Yeah, Frizz has great deception. I know.
you have to roll it.
It's a weird ass fucking voice all of a sudden.
Well, it's just different people.
Did acknowledge the last name. Did he actually look like the Battleship Orthodox?
Kind of. I mean, he's cleaned up, obviously, dressed really nice. His hair's down. It makes him look a little on the, I wouldn't say unkempt, but more of a,
Inside.
I would say creepy. He's dressed nice. Like, he looks nice, but it almost seems like he looks more like a scholar than he did at the docks. Like, there's more intelligence in the frame
The
of
way
his
he's
face.
presented.
After a few moments, you see a lady walk over to him and start talking to him. Tempest walk over to him and start talking to him. And then they start dancing.
I want to
That's
walk over to
definitely
Hugo.
Battleship. Tempest is the one to talk to. Tempest has previous person.
I can't hear you, Nathan. Stop whispering.
I say, I go, that's definitely Patashar because Tempest just went over and walked with him and now they're dancing.
Okay.
I don't think Tempest would just approach anyone randomly. That and they have previous party members.
Yeah. Well, did it answer your question?
We acknowledge the last name, so at least we know he is Krill. It means he's fucking old.
It happens. It'd be like that.
Triple digits for a human?
John May
It's-
thinks that we
I'm not saying it's
Unusual, but not impossible.
a little bit more confirmation on themselves is all that matters.
Yeah. I really couldn't read them.
As that earlier, would I walk up
That's
to
why
Hugo
I
and be
think
like, hey, how's
they
he?
confuse the shit out of you.
No, you wouldn't. You would think we killed
Okay.
guys. And just Hugo's all by himself.
Well, I'd be like, the first thing I roll up is. Is he here?
Would you even know if he was?
No.
Okay. So, anything else? What's Rail doing?
Stephanie and I are doing the same thing. We're just kind of we're moving about, kind of just like
She's been picking at the buffet table for majority of the evening. Like
Go
every
get her
now and
to
then,
dance.
every time you glance over her, she's walking by the table, plucks a grape, throws it in her mouth. You know, like a little cheese cube. You know, tosses it in her mouth. Like this is like this
She's
whole.
grazing.
Like she's a little bit of a nervous eater. You think?
I just walk over and take her by the elbow and just be like,
Please.
yeah, just
Deep breath. Just calm down.
If I'm able to get, a good look at Ix, does he have a claw hand? Okay.
He does look like the figure you saw in the statue,
Strange.
but he doesn't have that hand that you. Are you going to? Are any of you going to greet
Oh,
yourself?
I am heading
Anything
that
like
way
that,
up
or
here.
y'all-
I was waiting for you.
Yeah, I'm
The
heading
party
that way.
leader.
Over to
I'll
Ix.
make my way back around to Tabor and be like, he doesn't have a claw hand.
You move. Now, how are you moving over to Ix? Like what's the shoulder?
No, it's more or less I see the path that he's going, and as I'm going, I'm reading and just introducing, because I'm assuming that Paxton already talked with the fact that I'm considered a lead, and that's the motion we're going towards. That way, already playing the role, introducing people, And then as I'm slowly going to cut him off, and then make introductions.
As you move up to greet him, a tiefling steps in the way and says, "Hey, the name's Gerald. How nice is it to meet you? What was your name again?"
Shinar, right?
Yes, Gerald Shinar.
Paxton Lee. No, sorry, Maxwell Lee. That was a fucking
Maxwell.
Yeah, Maxwell Lee.
A strong name. Is there any kind of reference to any kind of like ancient fighter or anything like that? Is there a history behind it?
That's not the guy. Just that's not the new joke.
Where's your name from, son?
He's a
Name.
An old noble family. Land's not from here.
The name Maxwell.
Yes.
Oh, so is that a former last name?
No, it's just a family name. I don't know exactly the histories of it.
Oh, so you're like a junior or a third or a fourth? Like Maxwell the fourth? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm genuinely interested.
Quite interested with you.
Well, me and my crew are not from around here. Lord Exaltu has graciously let us stay in his manor. That's
Such a generous guy. I have previous history with him myself.
really. How's he helped you in the past?
He once showed me mercy 10 years ago.
10 years? Whoa, man, that's a good long time ago. 10 years. You know, to be fair, Maxwell's a pretty standout name. I don't remember that name. He told me of his adventures. Is there?
Small passing.
Oh, okay.
Probably won't
So
remember
probably,
me.
probably not as much of a figure in your life as or in his life as he was in yours.
Yeah.
You know,
He left great impressions on me.
an emperor tends to do that sometimes.
I mean, after all, there's that natural charisma around him. It just,
You have to work for it too. You can't just, it's not all natural. That's
through experience. Anyway, nice meeting you, Gerald.
Yes. Nice to meet you too. And now you're looking, and Exalted has moved on the other side of the room,
Dang, rat.
talking to.
Oh, it's been
He's currently next to where you see Rail tugging on Stephanie's elbow.
I'm not like tugging. I'm just kind of
Like yeah, but
her,
you're like bracing her elbow and talking to her over her shoulder. And after like he's conversing with somebody, and he looks down and looks over at Rail, and he kind of turns and faces you and bows. He says, it seems you have a lovely arm piece. May I ask for a dance?
And I'll just kind of like look at her and I'll be like, thank you, my lord. Unfortunately, it's always up to the lady to accept the man's hand.
So you're, I'm going to bet you're from the Sword Coast. Usually in Tyrsis, it's not entirely up to the lady, but I respect.
Well, sir, it depends on the lady. Now, doesn't it?
Touche. As he bows to her and like he looks at her for a moment, and like you see this exchange of glances. She reaches over and grabs something off the buffet right in front of him and shoves it in her mouth. And then for a brief moment, you get this like gear moving in Exaltu's head, and he just kind of like turns away.
I just kind of give a.
I'm like, that was weird. Weird exchange just
And
now.
now the doors have closed. There's not
Okay, good.
anybody coming.
I like
No one else
stop
coming in.
glancing back towards the entrance, make sure I'm not gonna miss anyone.
Obviously, the ballroom's full of people intermingling and everything else. You just didn't have to announce everybody. You just had to announce the main lords and ladies.
The
coming to
important people.
The Vips.
There's your VIP like nobles, and then there's the the normal everyday,
Did you
like
decide
the
on,
ones that they can make.
what did you decide on wearing?
That outfit that I showed you.
Your outfit?
So I guess if we want to do that, I'm standing next to Stephanie in her red dress. I'm wearing a black coat, much like the coat I usually wear, except it has red cuffs, very dark red. I'm wearing black dress pants with riding boots. They're also black and a darkish red. And then underneath, I'm wearing a suit vest that's also that same red. And then I've got the shirt under it has like silver lining with rubies set in the center of it.
Nice.
And then of course I'm wearing white gloves and a very large brimmed dark red hat.
The
1-2 rival Jarlaxles.
Exactly.
Because his is usually purple.
Is it that Jarlaxle?
Wearing.
He's
that
not
hat.
wearing his hat.
No,
Really?
he's not wearing that hat. He's wearing that hat.
Oh, he.
Jarlaxle's hat is purple.
Yeah.
He's
You can
wearing
change it though.
Huh.
Yes, the hat is of a Jarlaxle looking type hat.
Gotcha.
It's the hat. It's a hat. Of
That's why he
alternate
complimented the hat.
Funny.
That's exactly why he complimented the hat.
Nice.
Aiko's gonna be making her way around the room, sniffing people. Like,
Okay, bye.
Just
not
like-
not like walking up to them, you know, and sniffing them, but walking by and making note of
Their sense.
their scent, because Ella told her that
No, I told
this
you that.
Tabor person. No, Ella did. Ella did the smell of the
I told you you smell like
So
fur and
Yeah,
gunpowder.
yeah.
yeah, you do
That-
catch a small hint of fur and gunpowder. It is fairly light currently, but with your senses, it's not hard to pinpoint where it's coming from.
I make my way
Counter-sniff.
I make my way to that person
No, I mean,
and introduce
you actually have to be in close proximity to catch them. So, and yeah, it is a gentleman in.
Floating around the room
A
like
gentleman in a
ice.
pure white coat with a with red inner lining and red cuffs with golden leaf and white dress pants with black dress shoes.
Fantastic.
And, and he has a noble tunic with gold inlay with a pop collar with golden swirls that is red.
And a really pretty blue earring.
Yeah, and the buttons, which are gold, but have the same blue gem of his earring in them.
Cool.
That and he has fucking piercings.
Everywhere.
Like a pirate, like a sailor.
He's a very well dressed pirate.
He is not removing the piercings.
You'll never
We all
know. Pirates
just
don't do
look
those.
like a group of well-dressed mercenaries.
No, I don't.
Vagabonds.
No, not all.
Except Orion.
I look great.
Ryan is like, yeah.
I've got like a dark plum tux with a
All golden piercings, though.
with like silver trim. The vest I've got under it is a deep maroon with a, you get the undershirt is like a very light silvery color. Just a light array of a couple rings that he's had. That might have seen every now and then, and a nice like cut piece of that pink rock I usually have. Just like a cut piece of that hanging on a light chain around his neck.
As he's walking down the stairs from the thing, and the light and light like flights on him in certain
Like glitter.
like it almost like looks like one of the guys from Twilight.
It's like,
I do glitter.
Sparkle.
It's unintentional
Got the
side
white hair
effect.
and the elven ears and
Yeah.
all that stuff.
The
Yeah.
girls squeal in the back of the
I got my hair.
You hear someone go, ah!
It's like pulled back, and like what would be the optimal, some sort of elf braid going on.
What is your charisma? Like,
I think it's 14, not terrible.
Charisma 16.
That means you can look good, but you may not have like the perfect personality to.
Yeah. I make it up. I have a wisdom. I have a wisdom of 20.
My charisma is 10.
You get the sense that your wisdom and all your past like knowledge and stuff that what's it called can be slightly off-putting, which is the reason why your charisma is 14 and not 8.
I know a lot, but I don't look very old. I'll make my way over to Tabor.
Yeah.
She approaches Tabor and bows.
Hello, Madam Maxwell.
Lieutenant Eiko Hayashi, friend of the.
You can
Presents the letter.
yeah.
Friend.
In your hand.
Yeah, as soon as
I'm going to slide a hand
Okay, roll me a sleight of hand check.
to.
Nice.
Yeah, I hardly do these because I don't open chest.
We
I'm a rogue that doesn't rogue.
We have
You know what happens to rogues?
wrong
They get
kind of
screwed.
chest.
we have no chest to open.
Hey, that's just.
She pulled it. Hey,
I pulled
she
it
pulled
from
out of
the chest.
I'm going to give myself advantage on this from Raven's Recall.
Oh, okay.
And the fact that you handed it to me. Makes sleight of hands easier.
Yeah. Please. All you're doing is palming a letter. Just open it up and look at it.
Perfect, unnatural, actually 21.
21. Yeah, it doesn't. You go to pull it out, and then as soon as you start pulling it out, you recognize that he's going to stealthily take it from you because you understand these. What's it called? And it doesn't even look like there's a change. It almost looks like she just goes, "Oh," and she's talking to you, and she like presents her hand, and then there's no. What's it called? You've got the note.
Just
in the
said she's a
palm.
lieutenant, and the fact that she walked in with Ix, I immediately realized that, and she says she's a friend of Dalve, she probably does not want to be seen handing me any items.
Okay.
From that deduction of my reasoning, I fucking
What does the note say? Are you looking at it? Are you gonna look at it right now?
not at the right now.
Yeah, not when.
Yeah, just like does all of that to make sure
she
nobody
makes
sees
eye
it.
contact, make sure you realize not here.
I don't even acknowledge
I
it.
forgot I got earlier.
Thank you.
Just by myself, my intelligence is 16. I am not that stupid enough to go.
Okay. What's your passive perception?
Oh, 25. And if we're going to count smell, it is even higher because I have advantage on smell checks.
It's not smell.
It's smelly.
It would be hearing. This is hearing.
Shark give you that? No, that is keen senses.
Smelly smell.
Depending on the race, it's either scent or
It is
hearing
fair.
or sight.
I think yours is for scent, right?
Mine is scent. Yeah, advantage on wisdom perception checks relying on smell.
So what is it total?
25 passive.
I do not smell like you.
You
I
can
smell fur
hear
as well.
outside, outside of the wall, some sort of commotion, some whistles going on, and some guards or somebody running down the street. And then that's it.
Next promotion outside someplace.
I'm gonna take that as a chance to walk over to her, actually, while she's conversing with Taylor.
Are we all rolling up? Good.
And do you mind accompanying me to the powder room?
Not me. I'm still pretty still.
Just your
Yes, I would like to powder my nose.
After a few moments,
And Nix is looking at me, I'll be patting on the
What's
way
a
out.
pleasure meeting
well,
you.
hold on. While you're doing that, you feel a tap on your shoulder. You feel a tap on your shoulder. You turn, and Exalta's standing there. Maxwell, it's good to see you.
Thanks.
Had a pleasure of hanging out with your companion for a couple of days. Quite a pleasant.
I heard she could be a handful at times, and hopefully she did not cause any troubles.
How have you been?
I've been doing very well. When was the last time we saw each other? Was 6 4 years?
Not entirely sure. I do have a few of your effects at my house. If you want to come and get them.
I would not mind having conversations about such things.
The last 10 years have been hard for a lot of us. Some of us have fared better than the others, and I will. He kind of like you see him kind of give this odd look on his face as he's looking across the ballroom. He tilts his head and gives a kind of like looking across from like over your shoulder behind you.
Can I go over for an insight check to see whether or not I'm reading what type of emotion? It's like what type of...
Yeah, roll me an insight check.
confusion?
Am I privy to this conversation as well?
Exactly what are you looking at?
No, you're across the room.
That's 13.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you with that. You get the sense that there's something has, from what your perception of his face, it looks like he's noticed something out of place on the other side of the room past your shoulder.
Anything I need to be worried about?
Well, your companion has shared some moments with a young lady that she's dragging off to a room. I'm afraid that there may be some bad blood between them.
Oh, I see what's going to happen.
I will send someone to make sure nothing gets out of hand.
Just hearing it.
Let her leave it. I mean, you probably know just as well as I am. She's probably the only one here with weapons.
Don't
Not-
insinuate.
Yeah, I go, well, those are considered weapons. It's just through the death stare, recalling memory.
But to be honest, if something were to happen to my lady, Aiko, it would look poorly on the Lee family if it were to happen to them.
I go as if, at this point, it's very obvious I have arena communication.
Yeah.
And I go and tell Ryan, keep her eye on Dave, even though nothing should happen.
Oh, okay. Have I put 2 and 2 together?
And I think
this is the lady Dave was talking about before when she was being real cagey about.
Roll me an insight check.
I think there is something going on between Dave and Lieutenant Ayako. Make sure there is no.
Where's the chip?
Oh yeah, that's right. I always put the, what is it?
Make
White
sure
ones?
no physical violence takes place.
Somehow it works for me.
Oh
I rolled a 4 and then I rolled a 3. That's a 5.
I'll have another.
Last one. One more.
14.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, 14.
Huh? It's not bad.
Now you know how I.
I know.
It's very. It's a for you. It's a fairly long string to put it together, but you're starting to like see the image of what's going on.
And I'm like, she was asking about the exits, and because I brought her over here so she could scat out the place. I'm like, but she wouldn't be one.
You're starting to think that Dave might be thinking about murdering somebody and getting out scot-free the way that it was all.
No, what were you saying earlier? You weren't saying I'm killing someone. You were
You
saying
remember?
it's been a minute. I've eaten since then.
I go to offer to shake his left hand, and I go. No, that was his left hand.
No, but
You presented
Yeah,
your
it's
right.
my right hand. I present my
You
right
offer your
hand.
left.
You have to offer your left to shake.
You want
his
to
left.
shake his left?
You have to
Oh,
offer
yeah.
your left.
Yeah, but then
Insult.
and I go and I
Shake it
fall back
backwards,
up,
baby.
and I'm sorry, my bad.
Oh, it's very well. Old war injury.
Yes,
And he firmly grips your hand.
thank you for the advice. We'll take care of it. We don't want blood.
Oh yes. Are you to take over the Lee Manor and the estate?
Aren't you married to what's her face?
Yeah, but he doesn't know
It's
this.
not been announced.
Yeah,
Oh, it hasn't.
more or less. I need to be used as a political tool to make sure Paxton doesn't die.
Interesting. So,
Drop a bomb.
Whoa.
so you're a target.
Pretty much. Why else would he go and find his half brother?
That I did not know. Thank you for clearing up a few things for me.
He always offers.
I know.
Oh,
Can I catch up to Dave from my angle?
It's
fucking hard to
Dave.
figure out my half brother.
I still very much doubt. I'm like, this doesn't seem right.
And Paxton already has said in multiple meetings he has a brother out there. It is not that it is very obvious from anyone from outside that I am being used as a political tool to make sure the Lees do not die without an heir.
Whoa.
And it's better to look like I'm trying to get on the good side of Ix, especially if I know.
Does Orion want to do the announcement for the Chamberlain thing?
We already.
No. The event.
The event, and then I'm gonna look at him and smirk the fuck up.
Ryan's forgot. What?
Orion. So this is the thing: is Orion's left the room to chase down Dave and Aiko down one of the hallways.
And you're like standing there all smug, waiting for the announcement. It's just
Sitting there.
And at this point, Paxton might as well fucking announce it.
Paxton's mingling, and he's got like
Busy
3 or 4
signal.
ladies like around him. He is a young noble that is a very charismatic looking. Like he is.
If you had told me beforehand, I would have done it.
He's a very
I don't know. This is not my event.
like Paxton looks like a very like clean cut, well kept young version of Tabor.
Huh.
I've been
Tabor
through some
2.0.
shit. I've been through some shit.
Throughout most of the night, every time you guys come
I've
across,
been with you.
every time you guys come near Paxton or whatnot, throughout the night, you hear him humming.
I don't like that at all.
It's his patience is burning thin.
Like a
kind of
lead
there.
singer?
Have I caught up to Dave?
Nah.
As you
Are you sprinting?
Yeah.
you trying to rush, or you just making it unnoticeable speed? You trying to stay unnoticed, or are you gonna be like hurriedly?
Okay, maybe I would feel a little concerned about being confused on what's going on.
Or is it a brisk walk?
To help him, I would like to summon Lucky to go intercept Dave.
Lucky could already intercept it first, or pull me through one of the servant tunnels that cut through. Fast. That's
Lucky, can you please find the Minotaur lady that is driving Lieutenant Ayako away and help my friend intervene with her?
Very well, my lord. I'll get right on it. I need to deliver this drink to. And he points to Padishar, Gerald, another version of Rail.
Never mind.
Oh.
As my brother, these fuckers are
Walking.
yeah.
Or they poisoned.
No,
It's a block.
it's a block. To prevent aid.
No, Orion. Okay. You guys get down the hallway.
I think the next person I'm gonna be with is Lee Chamberlain.
just how far ahead of me are they?
As you
It's the
come
big
around the
question.
corner,
We're going
you
to
see
this exit
you can
first.
barely see them
How
move.
far is how far down is that?
That's probably a good, like at this point, it's like a good 60 feet down the other corridor.
Okay. I cut it to 30. Starlight step.
Okay.
We're trying to.
We're moving at a brisk pace.
Yeah,
We're not
Starlight
like
step.
running, but we're like
Okay. No.
You cut the distance in half. You're about 35, 40 feet
I'm
away
like,
from the
Dave!
we both turn to look.
Where are you going?
Keep moving.
No,
As you guys are coming around the corner, you hear over your back shoulder, "Hey, what are you doing down there?" And you hear the clanks of some armor coming towards you guys.
We've now diverted 4 guards.
I'm gonna shove you around the corner, hoping they didn't see you, and I'm gonna shove him up against the wall and act like I'm having a disagreement with him.
Oh, Jesus.
Or an agreement with him.
yeah, get down and dirty.
Well,
dog.
Nope, she already made a decision.
He would look surprised. He would not.
I couldn't say.
You see Dave shove you up against the wall, like hard. And
Okay, well, hold on.
as she shoves Aiko away. Further, I would say roll me an insight check, and this is going to be a really high DC because you're already thinking.
How close are we to the exit?
Oh, you would have been like, had to run like 5 or 2.
I see where
Okay,
they did the SP
I'm going
now.
to cast Minor Illusion and leave myself here
What's this one do?
around the corner, and I'm going to go out the door.
Okay.
I took her to the exit that would take her straight to that shop that she wanted to go to afterwards. Nice.
I rolled another 3. There we go. Thank God. 15 plus 9.
24.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you guys are doing this, right?
Yes.
You start to feel like, okay, maybe there's something else going on. And you're not entirely sure what it is, but it's still, to you, it's still like a very weird situation.
You have never seen me act deceitful.
I know, which is why I'm so like confused and concerned.
I know, right?
You know, and I'll whatever argument you bring up, I'll play into it enough to.
And then after a few moments, you guys hear a thud
Cookie crumbs.
in the room behind you, towards the exit.
Like the door shutting.
Just hear a thud.
Uh-oh.
Are the guards still approaching?
Yeah, you have a guy coming down the hallway, and Dave's got you like pushed up against the wall.
It's bullshit. You knew my color scheme.
Listen, if we had just gone to the same tailor like I asked, this wouldn't have been an issue. But no.
See how much this costs?
Well, if Bix had bothered inviting both of us.
One of you roll a deception check, and the other one. Actually, you know what? Both of you roll a performance check.
It's not any better. Can I use my wheel to affect her roll?
This will
6. But
this will
I can make yours
determine
better.
the deception check later.
Oh, okay. I can give you a +6 to your roll with my wheel. I can't affect my own
22.
rolls, which was 8.
Okay.
22.
Okay. So let's take 20.
I can probably lie better than what I can.
Cool. Now the guard gets up to you, and he's all like, okay, you can't have a dispute, and he's looking at you. You guys really fighting?
I do my best to look hot and bothered and really irritated with the situation, but it's hard for me to be angry.
It's my nature. You knew this was what I was wearing.
Now, like, pretend I relent. I'm like, I'm sorry, okay? If Ix had bothered inviting both of us, but you know how I feel about that.
Roll me a deception check.
Unnatural 20.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. I don't
We're all
roll
good.
anymore.
I know.
With the first one, so I made it. The total DC of the entire thing was a 30, right? Which means that the first performance check brought it down by half by y'all's 2 checks combined divided by 2, which made it 15.
Hell yeah.
And then the second check would have been 15. What was left of the 30? So he looks over at you guys and he's like, look, I'm glad you guys took it outside the party area, but this area is off limits.
I am a Lee family guest. I'm allowed to be out here.
Oh,
What is that
I
thing?
apologize.
Can you at least find him a different colored ascot?
Ascot. Don't bring this guy into our problems.
All right.
He looks so confused.
He's like looking around. He's like,
This guy's like,
I am personal friends with
excuse me for
Maxwell.
I need to make sure and secure the exits and whatnot real quick. But
She's gone by now.
I was
if
listening
she's
at
had
the
a
door.
chance.
well, you do see Minor Illusion in both
Inside.
right?
Yeah, but I went just straight out the door, but I stayed to listen to make sure that Dave was going to be okay.
While you're inside that room and they're
If
arguing,
I hear them,
if you're inside the room hearing them argue for a moment, you notice a figure moving towards you in the room.
In the
Right, yeah.
room?
In the room you're in.
I'm not in a room. I was into an exit.
It's a door. It's a
There's
doorway that goes into
antechamber.
another doorway. It's a chamber to the exit.
Rael's after you.
Fuck. Well,
You are close enough to the door. You can jump bolt into the night if you want to.
Bye.
Okay, before I do, I drop my illusion and run.
Okay. As soon as you run,
Sneaky little fucker.
afterwards, you hear the thud. You guys hear the thud in the other room.
A second thud.
What was it like?
I don't know. The door shutting, maybe?
I guess.
I don't
You don't know. Nobody saw what it was.
I know, just-
She left, so nobody knows what it was.
I guess.
He pushed me around the corner and I disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to see him coming, which, and you're halfway down the road. You know that there's no way you would have seen him coming if he didn't want you to see him coming.
He's a
Alright.
professional, though. Who's just
Okay.
can't have a little fun?
All right.
I make my way to the tavern in a non-normal
We'll
fashion
we'll come back to that.
in case somebody's following me.
And the guard goes to open the door, and then, like, you see him as he cracks the door. He pauses, and his like from the corner of your perception, because I think you have a pretty high perception.
19.
Yeah, you can see his hand shake a little bit, and he reaches up and grabs the knob, and he pulls it back closed.
Yo.
Is everything okay over there?
He looks at both of you.
We are licensed adventurers. Is there a problem?
Right. Did you guys come here together?
To the hallway?
Did you guys come to the hallway together?
Yes.
We have an issue on our hands.
Speak quickly.
You get the sense like he's terrified.
And I'll just
There's a
start to
dead person
approach
on
the
other
door.
side of the door.
You open the door?
Yeah.
There's a dead person.
You know, it
As
is.
soon as
Is
you
it
open the door,
lit in
the
there?
entire room is covered in blood. And in the center of the room is what appears to be the remains of some sort of carcass or whatnot. That also the outfit matches the same outfit in the shreds left of Aiko.
Fuck, is Aiko dead?
No,
Okay.
Where is she?
but you wanted Aiko.
So I'll contact Tabor. We might have an issue. Just let you know, I'm looking into it. I look at the guard. I'm like, you stay here. How many?
No. It's if there's been a murder, and we have to enclose the vault. Nobody can leave.
Let me look at the body first. I'm a medical expert. And I'm doing a medicine check on the
You're
body.
gonna move into the room. You're actually gonna go into the room and check.
Yeah, I'll step into the room.
Step in. Roll me medicine.
You know, just like look around, look at it, look up. Is it like?
I mean, it
I'm
looks like
smeared everywhere.
It looks
as
like.
you're looking at this, you get the sense that the sound in the room before you could have sounded like an explosion going off from inside somebody's body. The thud, the like that.
Ew.
And from what you see of the remains, it looks like there's
Well, Dave can't
viscera and
explode.
shit all over the place.
28 medicine check.
Yeah, definitely dead. Whatever.
Well, is it an actual person?
Yes.
Does it match the physical?
It is the approximate size and shape, and
Actually, I'll turn to Dave. Like, Dave, is this? Do you recognize this
I didn't
person?
shove her that hard.
I'm like, I'll turn to the guard. I'll turn to the guard.
I didn't shove her that hard.
The guard turns and looks at you. I thought it was just the two of you.
And I'll
Snap guard's neck.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
like go secure the inside.
That was before there was dead person.
You're gonna have to come with me.
Dead person.
You're the.
I can assure you, whatever just happened while we were both out here in
You
the
heard the
hallway.
thud. I was here.
Unfortunately, I have to take you in as the prime suspect. You're the last person to touch this individual.
Hey,
What kind of guard comes in here alone against two people who are licensed adventurers with another dead person and starts making demands?
Look,
I need you
we're
to.
short-staffed. There's something that happened.
It's a personal problem.
Listen, something happened down the street, and some of us had to leave.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm not privy to that information, but
I'm like, Tabor, get in here.
I mean, you're gonna have to come with me.
This seems orchestrated.
Hey, look at me. Calm down. What's your name?
My name is
You
John.
don't say Fred. Okay, good.
I need to leave the
I was thinking,
ballroom,
don't say Steve.
and I
Don't say
am
Steve.
fucking
Don't say Steve.
speeding to whatever you're. I'm hearing
Everybody,
left, right,
and
left.
what's crazy is as you're running by, you see like Geralax will watch you run by, and it's like
In the hallways?
sometimes when you gotta go.
Not in the ballroom. I'm like,
Quick walk out of the ball. Sprint. The rest of the way.
I thought the restroom was that way.
so I
I
arrive.
did head towards the restroom.
Yeah, you're down the hallway, and there's a guard like in between these two, and
I'm like,
he's
Is
visibly.
he a house guard or a city
No,
guard?
he's a city guard. He's visibly shaken though, because he's looking at Dave going, "I have to arrest this bitch."
And that's
I
not
don't
going to
want-
work well for him.
Not just that, but this is a
That's not
giant
gonna go well.
minotaur.
Yeah, no, and
I don't
people
wanna
in
be
Tears
arrested.
just know Dave as like she's a ring fighter. Like I know,
he's not.
Yeah.
He's just freaked. I'm like, calm
and,
down. Look,
like there's a
if she did this, how come there's not a speck of blood on her?
It's not picking up because he ran for you.
Don't jump to
As our
conclusions. Ah, where's Maxwell?
I said there's trouble here. Maxwell Lee.
and he points at the door.
It's out.
I look at Dave. Did you do this? So this is how we're going
I
to do
didn't
this
shove her that
matter.
hard.
We will continue.
She'd have had to go through the door.
That would have been.
Yeah.
Explode.
I think that one was actually
I
on
don't
me.
necessarily believe she did this, but logically speaking, through an investigation of mine, she does not have an ounce of trace of blood on her. As someone who has fought with her before, you tend to get bloody when crossing fists. However, she is the prime suspect, so we will isolate her in a room with a guard. And at the same time, we will make sure no one leaves the ball, and the ball will continue, because if the ball is interrupted for a murder investigation, people will start to leave, and we won't be able to question them.
Right. The procedure is to shut the doors. Don't let anybody leave.
We can do that at the front door and guard the exits. And I'm assuming the incident outside made us lack the manpower to prevent an incident like this. And my fucking eyes as I go to dominate him to make sure he fucking follows.
That works too. I wasn't.
At this point, you're basically trying to save his life.
I know. I was
No,
like,
no.
This is a skill that I'm
Yeah.
proficient with, so I'm going to give myself advantage.
it's either that or I charm him.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like, and for a brief moment, you see this, like you've seen the eyes before, but only in that red moon time, and you see that his eyes flash yellow for a moment, and a guttural growl come over him for a brief moment, and this dude just like almost like a dog
Make
ready
him
to
more
sit.
fucking scared.
Okay,
We will keep this quiet until we can investigate internally.
yes sir. You want me to sit? You want me to sit with her? I can be the guard to sit with her.
That will be fine, but we do need to notify the other guards. No one's allowed to leave the house after the ball, unless we have already figured out the crime.
Yes sir. Yes sir. Just tell me what you need me to do.
Inform the guards to allow no one to leave.
Okay. Well,
And then you'll come back and guard her. For now, he, who is a licensed adventurer under the Lee family's employment, will guard her to make sure she does not leave or not. And you can also trust that he can turn her into a turtle, so she cannot fight back. He can handle the situation.
I need a ring with spells. I hate
you
it.
look at you see the slight smirk on Orion's face whenever Tabor says this to the guard.
Through my head, it doesn't work all the time.
And I go, so you can
It
trust
just needs to work
that
once.
he can guard her for now. We'll isolate her from the party.
You will not cuff
And
me.
no word will be
we weren't
spread to
gonna
the
buy-
guests of this incident. No one will be allowed to in this section of the hallway. We'll keep the door closed until we have the right investigation. People come in here. And have we have any updates about the situation that happened outside?
I haven't yet. I need to go.
Did y'all inform the master of the house of the situation outside?
He is in the know that something happened, but we have not discerned.
I will inform him of this situation. Just handle the task I have ordered you
Okay.
to the T.
Okay. I got you.
Now I shall
You
go
get
take
the sense
care
that
of
he's
this.
gonna cover everything that you've asked. Like he starts walking down. Like instead of being afraid, there's not just a hint of like he's not really afraid or anything of what's going on. There's more of a hint of confidence, understanding that what task he's been given and everything else as he walks off.
I mean, that is also
Now,
where
Dave.
Aiko actually is. If
So,
we need to lay eyes on her.
Well, Dave, is this her?
No.
Okay. Who do you know this person?
Can I do
Do you?
an investigation?
It looks like.
Can I do an
That's
investigation?
why I was like,
What is
wow, is Dave gonna realize?
Does it
it's
look
me
like
or
her
not?
human form?
See, that's what I was wondering.
Or does it look like a canine?
You would have to
medicine
try to
check.
take a
Well, the
mask
thing is,
off.
I could tell the difference.
But you'd have to tell her, but
But if it
I
looks
mean,
like a
if
human,
my head is still intact
13.
there,
You
all
have
he
no
would
idea
have
if
to
it
do
looks
is
like
try
a
to
human or- It
take
looks like
the
all
mask
you can
off.
really discern from what's left
because he
of
knows
the
it's a
body
mask.
is the clothes.
Is there a face?
Is there a bunch of
hair?
fur?
Is there,
It's like-
are there three tails?
Like splatters of stuff all over the place.
It's not
so
her.
hard to determine.
it's not her. You're sure? This
I'm
is.
mean.
It looks like her.
Is
I
there
just
human
touched her before
splatter
this
or
was
is there
here,
fur
so-
splatter?
How do you know this is not her?
Because I shoved her into this room.
This is.
What she was wearing.
She was wearing. It's
I
a
would
human
say-
corpse.
I would say it's.
She might have blown up. I mean,
Fur splatter.
This
I
was
could've-
fucking AOE.
I could have shoved her onto a mine.
It's
As you're looking down at it, you
rolled
can't
one.
tell the difference. You can't tell the difference between. But you do see that there is bits of fur and stuff all over.
I mean, she would have to die real quick.
Does she seem like someone to blow up?
No one is.
During this time, whether fucking I just pull out the letter
Who blows
and
up?
I go, that would have solved all that.
Strange.
And I go, I'm going to do a perception check using my scent to see whether or not it's actually her scent.
because
Oh,
he
you just smelled
he
her.
just sniffed me. Basically.
Yeah.
Make a perception.
And I have advantage on a perception check involving
I'll step out of the room when you sniff it. I got that herbs and spice scent on me.
Fine. It's a 21.
It does smell like her.
It would have smelled of
Also,
Jasmine.
there is also a slight hint of some other scent in the room. That might be another individual, but you've never smelt it before, so you don't know what it is.
That's Rahel.
Well, presuming this isn't her, Dave, where would she go?
Oh, I know where she is exactly.
Well, you have to stay
When
here.
the guard,
She's
when the
right
guard
there.
comes back, you will
She's
check
at
on the
Ellis.
rendezvous point of her to see whether or not she made it to her
Your
destination.
card flat, the card they gave you to do the announcements flashes, and it says announcement of the wedding, the betrothed couples.
Oh,
Lady
we're announcing your
Chamberlain
wedding.
and-
Fuck. I go, lucky.
Just come with us.
With crumbs. There's not much but crumbs.
You're
That's
not
fine.
utilizing two resources.
I can't get in contact with two
That looks
resources.
like something else.
Oh, yeah, no. No, it's not that.
We'll fill you in as soon as I get out there.
And now you guys, now the both of you
You're
are
like,
sitting at the buffet,
where's
like
everyone
fucking
at?
picking at shit, like. she's finally converted you into a table picker.
We're like, where the fuck is everybody else?
You're standing out there alone. There's Exalt 2, Patra. Everybody's there. Like all the bad guys are there, and it's just in there. And like, there's like you got 3 of your brothers there, and
It's just the
You're just
two
like-
of us.
y'all are like
Two of us.
every now. Y'all are, and what's crazy is y'all aren't facing the buffet table. You're just kind of like reaching over, like.
Yeah,
your
keeping
face
eyes
in.
on them at all times.
After a few moments,
we make our way back in. Presumably, Taylor makes his way out to his fiancée beforehand.
Yeah,
I would summon for Lucky.
And I'll straighten
my head
my
up
suit
to
up.
make sure no one allows to enter this side of this hallway. Okay. That is a priority order until further notice.
You watch him nod, and he goes downstairs, and then he comes back up for a second. What about the ones who just received drinks?
Did they already receive them, or did
Yes,
they order?
they already received them. Can you take them away?
Oh, that is fine.
I can take them away. I would really enjoy.
No, just prioritize guarding this hallway that no one's allowed to enter unless you see a guard show up, and then tell him, Dave, please stay in this hallway. And I go, if you see a guard, and I give the description.
Your little magic cue card you got vibrates really hard.
I'm like, we gotta go. This thing's
If
bothering.
you see a guard, I give them the general description. He'll be here to guard her. He's allowed to enter the hallway, and nobody else under my orders, unless Paxton says otherwise.
And I was like, this, and as we're like hustling back to its front,
Yeah.
I wonder if this is some sort of plot to frame Dave.
Yes,
It's
it
for
is.
murder, I
Zaltu
guess.
already played his hand.
Oh, did he say something?
Yes, there's a reason why I sent you to so. He said that there was blood between the two of them.
Oh, insinuation.
Like candy.
But now we need to keep word from it reaching
You're
the ball.
getting a little like dry. Like the cheese is starting to kick in a little bit. It's about
Croissant.
Yeah, I was like looking for.
now. You're noticing that nobody's serving drinks.
My way back in, straighten up my suit
You
a
look
little
over
bit.
and one of the larger of your brothers smiles and tips his head with a big glass of champagne. Takes a sip.
I think your disguise is shit, and it
Yeah, I
isn't
think they know
working.
exactly
Yeah, I
who you
don't know
are.
why you picked your daddy.
You fucking idiot.
My
With
dad, not theirs.
your daddy with the pimp hat that everybody of them knows.
We don't know.
Well, no.
Your daddy that looks like
He looks at you and tips his
Yeah,
glass,
he can just see
and
him.
then he looks over at Stephanie, who is not
This guy.
Yeah.
disguised at all.
Oh, it's very easy if
Yeah, I'm like, I don't,
just a
if
car.
Stephanie's not
I'm just a
disguised,
guy.
what's
Yeah.
the point? Anyways,
I'm just a
what's the
guy.
announcement?
Wow, that was a really dumb oversight on our
Here,
part.
I don't know why
was-
you bothered in the first
that was
place.
real dumb.
If Stephanie wasn't, so I wasn't gonna bring
So
it up.
basically, do it the most noble way you can think of to announce the marriage between, or the betrothal between Charlotte Chamberlain
Charlotte Chamberlain.
and Maxwell Lee.
Maxwell, Tiberius.
Attention guests, it pleases me to announce the engagement of Charlotte Chamberlain and Maxwell Lee on this night.
And she's standing at the top of the stairwell.
Please raise your glasses in a toast.
I open through the door of the
There's no
stairwell.
glasses. Where are the glasses? How
Use
come there's
your
no?
affinity blade.
I will. Well, I'll try and see whether or not it's being stopped by the chandelier.
It doesn't, because your blood magic's different than
I will reappear and
next to her.
Applause,
Takes her hand, and after a moment, yeah, you're like,
Everybody.
you look over and Stephanie's like,
Poor girl.
when are they gonna start serving drinks again? I don't know. Like, and you're like confetti starting to drop and stuff on you guys and
And I'm like,
what have you. And at this
Switch.
point in time, you look over at Exalted, and you can see him standing there with his arms crossed, looking up at
I'm smirking.
the Chamberlain daughter
Because this is a problem for us, isn't it?
and Taylor. Additionally, you get to your friend's tavern. There are guards in.
Like at the tavern or
Where her friend is. Yeah.
She was followed.
the friend is
no, the guards were
No,
already there.
Their guards are already there.
You're forgetting the fact that the spy Rael was invisible around Azaltu, and as soon as you were
she's
packing
being
up your
followed,
money,
yes.
she probably got followed throughout the whole day by invisible Rael, hearing their plans.
Good thing I gave you that note. Go to the boat.
Are you gonna go inside the tavern, or are you gonna stay away from the?
All my stuff is in there.
Oh shit.
Is your stuff more important than your life?
I bet she can get away.
Sure.
Would anything in there help you get away?
Well, they're expecting the visage of a certain person. So I'm gonna remove my mask.
Okay.
Put it in my pocket. And I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion over my clothing and change what I'm wearing.
Should make follow. Yeah.
But I'm gonna make sure that I am concealed somewhere.
Are you trying to hide? You're trying to stealth, like hide again?
Well, I'm trying to stealth, while I'm looking around trying to change.
It's nighttime, so it's dark. So it would be hard for you to do that.
And I'm gonna approach the tavern.
As you approach, a gentleman, one of the guards, reaches his hand up and says, "Madam, this establishment is closed."
Closed.
Yeah.
What for?
Something horrid has happened.
Something horrid?
Yes. It's a disturbing sight, madam.
In the tavern?
Yes.
I have friends here. What's going on?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Why not? This is my friend's establishment. Tell me what is going on.
Well, I'm hoping that your friend is probably long away from here.
She owns this establishment.
If she does, hopefully she was out for the year, because anybody inside is not moving. And they will not move again.
Can I verify if she is here for you or not?
I'll give you service.
In the meantime, I'll fill in.
Can I deceive him?
I'll give you advantage because you're not lying and you're, heartfully trying to.
Once you give an announcement, do me a favor, go outside, turn into a bird, and if I can find, see if you can find the rendezvous point.
No metagame.
The rendezvous point that Dove already said, the room.
Okay.
Have you told me the? I guess you could have told me out in the hallway.
Yeah. Because that was the plan, so whenever the guard came and relieved him, that doesn't matter.
You have advantage.
Fucking lucky to
Look after Dove. This is a heartful, plea.
Roll. Take that one. 16 for deception.
He nods a little bit and he goes, "Okay, but stay close, because
Sure.
if anything's,
I will verify whether she's here or not. And I may be able to identify others inside.
Right. Well, we have identified a few individuals, but yes, just follow me, stay close, and just be prepared. It's a fairly.
I've seen plenty in my life, so it should be okay.
Okay. As you step inside the tavern with the guard, you see the first thing that catches your eye is a woman pinned to the wall across from the entry door.
Mm-hmm.
She's pinned to the wall. Her hands are mounted to the wall with spikes, and her chest has been split and spread like wings, open wide.
Blood eagle, huh?
You
The
got
opposite
blood
direction,
Just from the back.
but from the different side.
Yeah. You look through the room. I do need you to make me a Constitution saving throw real quick. And since you've seen stuff,
If Ella's here, it's probably going to be another traumatic situation.
Jeez. Taking their mental hits.
Okay.
I will say that if she is here, then it'll count for the same traumatic incident.
You said
Constitution.
Is this rendezvous point?
17.
Okay. You manage to hold on to your lunch as you step in. Not only do you see the person against the wall, but appearing to be any patron that was in the tavern is either pinned to the surface that they were sitting at or whatnot. Multiple holes in their bodies. There's corpses all over the place. The place is littered with people that had just come in.
Are they people that I've seen around town, like just patrons?
Yeah, and if you've been in Ella's place before, there's a few people that were regulars and whatnot. And these are people that would be here if she was. I mean, she would be here if some of these people were here. But you can't find her.
Is the rendezvous point within 1,000 feet of us now?
I would know.
I wouldn't say it's 1,000 feet from where you are. It's a good distance away. Something like that.
But you could
I there get within range.
Have you checked the rooms upstairs?
We have a few gentlemen upstairs. There's actually the corpses are littered throughout here, and there's no other bodies throughout the establishment.
The tavern owner is not among the dead.
Very well. That's good to know. We'll keep a lookout. Do you happen to know her name or her?
Her name is Ella Cotton.
Okay. Would she have had a way out, some way to escape?
I assume she would.
And then would you know?
I do not.
Very well. No, I appreciate your help. He's kind of like rubbing his brow and whatnot, like in.
She's being very cautious of what she says because she doesn't know whether the guards are to be trusted at this point.
But now you're.
She would know
as you're checking this. I mean, you're stepping
because she's a Harper.
Right.
She knows all of the secret things here because Ella has shown them to her in case she needed to escape without being seen. But she's playing just a
strong
a friend.
Okay. I'm assuming that are any of the people here that you know a friend?
These look like common folk that I've seen around town that are usually here regulars.
We need to.
I think I saw one of the wait staff back there, but no one else.
Well, we're going to have to figure out who the next of kin are and notify them and everything else. So, if anything comes to mind, please give us.
I do know a couple of them personally, and can.
He reaches into his thing and he pulls out like this little note in a notepad and like a scribe is like, do you have any names?
Yeah, I give him just acquaintance names of a couple of people that I saw.
Okay. Start jotting it down and everything else.
And where their farm is or where their abode. Now, sir, I don't know if you would be okay with this, but I was actually sleeping here. Do you mind if I get my effects from my room? Since y'all are going to close it, I don't mind if someone follows me up.
Sure. Yeah, that would be fine. Which room is yours?
Number 2 on the left.
Very well. I'll escort you.
Thank you.
He moves into the thing, and as you're going up the stairs, you're noticing that there are guards everywhere checking things out and whatnot. You get to your room, and your things are there, but you do find a note that wasn't amongst your things before.
Okay. I'm not gonna read it in front of him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna put it in the pocket.
Okay. All right. So, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I hear it.
I'm going to take some deep breaths and see if I smell any heavy scent of blood in the room.
In the room,
Ballroom.
in the ballroom.
As if anyone that's been...
Roll me a perception check.
Please did that, dude.
I'm going to use a feature reroll. Doesn't matter. 17.
It's not bad. I mean, what are you worried about?
I would prefer a little bit higher.
You
Yeah.
probably rolled like a 2.
I rolled a 7 twice.
You do smell a little bit of blood. You didn't smell it before. Are you going to follow the scent?
I go and I excuse myself from the lady.
Your bride is on her period.
Wow.
Um,
It is the same scent of blood that you smelt before.
is
in
any
the
of
other
the
room.
other scent I smell that's mixed in with it or no?
Yes.
I go, excuse me, I have to go talk to my brother for a moment.
You're not going to follow the scent?
Oh, I will. Well, I'm excusing myself from her.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You step away.
And then I look at Paxton and I basically give him a motion like, hey, I need to talk to you, but I'm going to still walk.
Okay. You're following the scent as you follow the trail.
Yeah.
You follow the trail, and it follows straight up to Dave.
Dave's on her period.
Man, I got hard
I'm
frame.
kidding.
Yeah, you did. That's crazy.
Well, Dave walked around into the room, didn't she?
I'm in the hallway. I thought.
Yeah, no, they never stepped foot.
Yeah, I know, but with the 17, you can smell her in the hallway.
Even the blood is attached to her.
The scent is. There's no blood on her.
That's wild.
Didn't she walk into the room where the body was?
No, it's in the hallway.
Right.
Been
But
taught to
wouldn't
punch
the blood
with
be
explosive
on the bottoms of her feet?
No, she didn't walk actually in it. She stayed outside the room the whole time.
You're also smelling the scents and whatnot, right? And the smell that you smell one of the scents coming from one of her bags.
And I'm going to, while Paxton and we're going to this hallway, and I go, we have a big situation at the moment.
That's too smart.
Okay.
And as I follow in the hallway, I in the open door, I'm going to need you to take a left, and I'm going to need that bag down there.
Huh?
Your bag of alcoholic beverages that you make.
Oh,
What do you do?
drink out of it. Hand it to him.
Ryan, please go to the rendezvous point to see whether or not the Lieutenant
Take it.
Taco is
Take a bottle of it?
alive.
Okay.
And this
Roll
is just
me-
a extremely well framed job.
Roll me a d20.
Am I slipping out? Or are you just letting me out?
Yeah, it's real
Go fly through the fucking room with the board. There's an open window.
Oh, wow.
You take a swig of the bottle, and I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Did you just drink?
At disadvantage.
You took my drink bag. Of course I'm going to take a drink out of
Make a
it.
Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
I'm going to after. Okay, where?
26?
Okay. You feel something gurgle inside your belly, and it's not something that you've had in an alcoholic beverage you've made before. You look at the bottle, and it is one of your bottles, but the gurgle inside you feels like something like building up, and like accumulating, and after a moment you feel like you're starting to expand like really hard, like there's going to be a pop, and you like tighten down your
We
stomach
left the
muscles,
blood wine inside the
and you burp out like what appears to be like a small explosion out your mouth, and I'm gonna have to still deal damage to you from it, but you didn't blow up.
You blown up? You almost blew up!
I honestly wish it did happen. It would have made this so much easier.
That would have been
Sorry, you drank it, and I did not expect you to grab it out of your fucking bag and drink it.
Blood wine.
I drank the frame job. This is your problem.
This one, get away from me!
Woo!
Is
That
that it?
is
I don't know how.
24 damage.
God.
That's half the damage from.
Okay. I leave.
And you only took a quick swig. A swig. You didn't.
I
If you know if you would have done it like you
shows up
normally
and
do.
flies the fuck out the window.
I would have.
And
Yeah.
No.
Everybody bit for you.
Wow.
give me that bottle.
Like, character sheet.
I don't know if anyone should have this.
No.
It's super strong.
I'm like, I don't know if anyone should have this.
This is the bottle that probably caused that mess. As well, Paxton is looking at the mess.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
You're currently being framed. This is not the first time, but this is the most dire fucking situation we have at the moment.
Why do people keep framing me?
Because you're an easy mark.
No?
As you're
Making my way
trying to work it
downtown.
out, you're looking into this open room. That's what we're going to call tonight's session. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a roller coaster ride today, and I'm glad you were here to witness it. See you in 2 weeks, and roll well.
Yeah, oh shit. You have better rules than me? It's not hard to do.